very politely pointed out to us that our gainful employer, perfectly legal and above the table, mind you, requested our assistance with investigating a competitor's fine product. And gentleman Cristiano has found that the distribution and logistics and so on behind this competitive group, they may be somewhat lacking in their quality assurance for this new competitive, perfectly legal and allowed product. He suggested we go and speak to a member of the public who may or may not have partaken of said product, who was currently in the tender loving care of the city guard, a fellow by the name of Jorvis. We had a wonderful conversation with Jorvis, and he gave us he told us absolutely everything that he could before his face essentially melted. We went on a bit of a walk around the southern and eastern parts of town. We had a lovely chat with a divine who was able to help us, magically enchant a map to do some work. And we ended off wanting to look at a house that was in the vicinity of the Red Dragon, the place up top there, this place up here.
All right.
The Red Dragon trading post. I'm not sure, which one of us was it? Almost there. 1 second here. I'm not sure who it was, whether it was Knox or Cole. I think it might have been Knox, was determined to attempt to accost a local orphan to stuff in his bag for use as a potential sacrifice later. So I do have a feeling that we may be putting out some help wanted ads, orphans needed for voluntary work, very well paid, short-term candidates only, please. I think that covers just about everything.
Sounds about
will
right.
Be short term. Once we shove them in a bag of holding, it's gonna be like really short term.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes air or something. Okay, everybody connected?
Yes.
Yep.
Connected to their Roll20s?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boom, fine.
Right, why do I feel like we're missing somebody on Roll20?
Because
Mine's just trolling me.
only me, Dylan, and Letty are in there.
Where you at, Eric?
Just refreshing the page now.
Also, I'm still sadly Hippo.
Why?
We seriously need to figure out where we can use this damn sound clip for you.
Oh, God.
You're the best necromancer.
That's playing on a, if we ever go to my home, that's playing on a loop.
All I'm saying is, if you're a necromancer, it's gonna be skeleton. Okay, so that about covers the events of last week for the most part. You gentlemen decided that having procured the map, the enchantment, and all that is good and holy and wonderful in the world, that Ulyslot was going to head directly up towards the Red Dragon Trading Post District, towards the manor or mansion of the destination that the map points you guys to, and go and have a stern talking to whomever is at said residence. Is there anything you find gentlemen would like to do now before we travel to said location?
Well, we did buy potions, etc.
Yes, you guys did buy some potions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While
you were passing through the trade district?
No, well, as we're casually meandering our way through, is it like busy in the marketing district or?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a port city. Generally speaking, it's rather a busy day and night.
Okay, awesome. No, I'm just curious because I'd like to sort of like as we're going, just pick the odd pocket and see what's happening.
Sure. You want to do some pocket picking, you say?
Well,
Let's have
you
a
know,
quick
some casual
squiz.
funds.
Some casual some spending money.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Okay, well, let's have a look here. That would probably be a sleight of hand check. So, how many pockets would you like to pick while you're cruising through the dockside towards your destination?
Yeah, maybe just one or two.
Sure, make a couple of sleight of hand checks for me. Okay. If we got everybody's initiative tracker set up, let's have a look. Nox, we got Nox. We got Nox, we
12 and
got
15.
Hans. 12 and 15. Not stupendous rolls, but not terrible either. You don't find vast stacks of funds, but you do manage to grab a couple of pockets full of silver and copper. Nothing
Ah,
too crazy.
just the idea is just enough to cover a couple of drinks, you know.
Yeah, easily. No trouble on that end of things.
Just something to cover our evening repast.
Okay. Anything else you gents would like to do while traveling to said area? No?
No. Hans is just gonna have his owls go ahead.
Oh,
Invite Cuds.
Okay. Fuck. What do you got? You got an owl, hey?
Yep.
Let me just pull up owl just quickly. What's that bugger's perception bonus?
+3.
+3. That's pretty respectable. Okay. Make a perception check for me, and make it all an investigation as well. Sending your owl to wing ahead to have a squiz boot. And what are you just gonna like park off in an alley for a bit and wait, or just gonna like blind man it with your group there?
I think it might be a better idea just to sort of like have a look at what's
Yeah, I just
there
want the
before
owl
just-
just to sit outside the building and watch the comings and goings.
All right.
There's
No problem.
What's all there? What's all there in the vicinity? Is there like an open,
Well, it's a
open
trading
area?
post, but it's for the more influential and rich clientele of the city.
So exactly how badly do we stick out?
I mean, not terribly so. I mean, most of you are fairly well off. I mean, as far as funds are concerned. So unless you've decided to dress like
Okay.
a complete hobo, you guys shouldn't
Okay.
stick out terribly.
So would it be fair to assume that somewhere in that vicinity where that house is, where we have a view of the house, there'd be like some kind of, I don't know, open air cafe where we could sit and sip on some fine beverages whilst we observe the comings and goings around the house?
Unfortunately, the trading post area is less cafes and more upmarket warehouses and shop fronts and that kind of thing. Most of your open air market stalls and taverns and things are going to be closer to the dockside, where the actual docks are, which is going to be down by the Dragon Beach, and also if you look up, going to be by the White Sail Harbor, which is on the other side, which is closer to Mirabar. The Red Dragon trading post is more for like inland trade and that kind of thing.
I just want to say, appreciating Morrowind music.
Shh.
My immersion.
I don't know how loud it is for you guys.
That's
so.
fine.
That's cool.
So, anything else? You got your owl parked off? Keeping a watch? Is there any other things you guys want to prep on your journey there?
I'll cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual on the way, just in case.
Okay. And that lasts for what, an hour?
1 hour.
Okay. No problem. Right. I'm assuming preparations are done. On your way there, you guys have got your potions, your snacks, all that good stuff. So, grab a glass of water. There we go. So, you travel through the city of Luskan. Beautiful day outside. A few clouds, a little bit of a breeze, since it's a port. But luckily coming in from inland today, driving most of the fishy smell from the docks away from you and not towards you, leaving nothing but a clear sky and a nice warm day cooled by a slight breeze. You make your way to the outskirts of the manor house, indicated by the map provided by new best friend Myriad. The outside, the gardens, are surrounded by what appears to be a 15-foot tall black wrought iron fence. The top's decorated with a fleur-de-lis design. In front of you is a gate made of the same metal. The two large halves of the gate stand open at an angle.
This
Bow-shaped
gang is
arch.
called the 3rd Street Saints. I'm just going to...
A bow-shaped arch stretches above the gates and completes the entryway to the mansion grounds. The grounds themselves appear to be once proud lawns and gardens, now overgrown with weeds and disregard. A wide path of crushed stone leads from gate entrance toward the manor proper's entrance, across a stretch of lawn about a good 100 yards across. Gates in front of you are currently open most of the way. You'll probably just have to push them a wee bit to enter the grounds proper. Ahead of you stands a building of grey stone. Windows every couple of feet along the walls, however, all of them curtains drawn at present. What would you like to do?
Maybe someone should try and open the door. If anybody is of the sneaky persuasion.
We could also try to wait to see if anyone comes in or out.
I need thicker lines.
I think it might be a good idea to just wait a second before we go in and just have a look at what's all happening around here. The last thing we need is to run in blind and have bad things happen.
All right. So, what is your plan of action, gentlemen?
I say we do a little bit of a stakeout, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, sure.
Fine by me. Hans?
All right.
Hans is already in a deck chair.
Hans is already
He
in the
already
deck
had
chair.
his towel there. It was reserved.
Okay.
Well,
So,
you're a regular then, are you?
one of you fine gentlemen looks about, spots an alley, and I'm assuming the lot of you, except for Hans the Owl, heads off to go and observe unobtrusively the comings and goings of homeowners.
I'd like to sort of like just try and also just sort of like while you in around the area and be as unobtrusive as possible. Just like circle around and just case out. Are there any other exits? Is there anything there that looks like it could potentially or any are there any parts of the mansion that close off against areas like other alleys or anything like that where it could potentially be considered an emergency exit or another point of observation that we might need to concern ourselves with?
All right, I tell you what. Everybody make stealth checks for me as a group to see whether or not you guys not remaining hidden as such, but whether you can remain unobtrusive.
4.
Okay,
20, not natural.
good. Liddy.
5.
Oh,
Five.
yeah, that's 5. That's 7.
That's a 7. So that's gone well then.
It didn't go well.
Oh, yeah, I rolled a 2.
Fantastic. Okay, so
So I'm being a little bit quiet. I'm just trying to figure out why this spell sheet is. Or, like, it's saying I have 9 spells I could prepare, but that's not nearly even correct.
oh,
Yeah, I can only have 5, but for some reason it's saying that I should have 9 spells available to me.
is it not counting in your domain spells that you get from being a paladin of vengeance?
That would be weird.
Which count as always being known for you?
It
Or always
actually, I think it
available.
might. I think that might be it. It's a weird way to do it, though.
Probably. Many things are strange, my friend. All right.
Oh, yeah, that did it. Now it's 9 out of 9, so it's counting prepared or counting those.
Yeah,
for some
because
reason.
they count as always being available, even if you don't have them memorized. It's the same with clerics for their domains. Okay, so this horrible ass I drew over here is basically just like the front of the manor that you guys can see from the gate. These areas, big old open park-like grassland, and it's got a little gravel path leading up to the door. I do have actual grid for the manor itself. I could not find one for the grounds on the exterior, so unfortunately we'll have to make do with my peasant sketching, because ladies MLG Pro, not me. Okay.
All right, we forgive.
So, that was 4, 5, 20, not natural. What was the other roll?
I was 7.
7. That's not great.
Nah.
4, 5, 7 divided by 4 gives us an average of 9. Oof. Oof, I say. Okay. So, those of you wishing to observe, make a perception check to me. Let's see what you gentlemen notice. How long are you going to keep vigil on this house?
Couple of hours till it gets dark.
Watching for someone to come out.
Yeah.
Perception, you say?
Perception
22.
indeed.
25
Good.
perception.
20, not natural again.
That's ridiculous. Those dice of yours, Dylan, are totally fucking weighted. Okay. You sit there and wait till about a few hours before sunset. And over the course of the day, many people come to the house. You would say about half a dozen of them in total. The thing that catches your eye immediately with your keen, eagle-eyed perceptions, the fact that they are all dressed, for the most part, very, very, very well. A number of them appear to be wearing evening dress, doublets and hose, that kind of thing. Suits here and there. Of course, you see the occasional, more peasant dressed person pop in. Jerkin, maybe some woolen hose, that kind of thing. But for the most part, they are pretty well dressed. And they don't come back out again. People enter, but nobody leaves.
Thunderdome, only not.
Kind of, yes, the opposite of Underdome. So, a few hours pass. It's now about 2 hours before sunset. Is there anything you gentlemen would like to do now that you've observed for some time?
Were there any other so this is like a wall surrounding the place, yeah?
It is a wrought iron fence.
Are there any other gates into the place?
You send your owl for a quick swoop about to let you know if there's anything else. And he pops back and informs you that nay, that appears to be the only entrance.
Okay, neat.
Is your owl Canadian, Hans?
Yeah.
And no one
Wonderful.
comes back out, right? We never see anyone leave and come back.
You only see people enter, you never see anybody leave.
Seems like
Well,
they
if that's
were
not
having late
suspicious,
night
I don't
party.
know what is.
Or late night party.
Well, we could wait until only one person's entering before he goes in the gate, and we could try to persuade him to tell him what's he going in there for. Air quotes on persuade.
By persuade you mean kill him, yeah?
If it comes to that.
You mean by persuade? Yes, by persuade you mean like grab him off street before he goes
Well,
in?
When no one's looking, if it's a party of one.
Sounds doable.
Beyond the wrought iron fence, there's like just a bunch of like nothing.
Couple of low trees, the remains of what was at one point a very well manicured lawn. Is now pretty much overgrown with and clovers and things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You also notice something a little bit unusual with your keen-eyed perception. Sorry, I should have probably mentioned earlier. The stones of the manor itself glitter oddly in the sun. Like they're coated, they glisten.
You mean like the stonework on the walls and such?
Can I have my owl drop a stone on one of them?
Sure.
See
Your
if
owl
it
does a
explodes.
flyby, drops a rock, one of the building's eaves, slides down, falls onto one of the walls, and rolls off. No exploding.
Can I send my owl out to catch a mouse to do the same with?
Fuck it. Roll a perception check for me. See if your owl finds any mice or rats.
Go, my mousy friend! 24.
Yeah, he finds the fuck out of a rat. Like, the poor thing was still busy, like, going through some garbage, and suddenly you just see the owl swoop out of the air and just hawk that fucker. And again, when dropping in, splat.
How far
Very little
away
effect.
are we from the house?
The gate is set about 120 feet away from the entrance of the manor. It is quite a walk up to that doorway. In places on the lawn, you can actually see where trees have been cut down to about ankle or knee length, just leaving the stumps behind to provide better visibility out from the house itself to the gates.
I'll cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything within 30 feet that's magical.
Alright. There's a lot of
As a
magic.
ritual.
There's all sorts of magic.
The entire house glows like a nuke.
Well, it's far away from the house, but there's a let me just pull up the actual exactitudes for take magic here, just so I don't shaft you guys. There's so much magic. Like, this is like, fuck, man, this is a shitload of magic. Okay, so this gonna give us detect magic. So 30-foot cone. That's gonna give you. First off, the gates themselves are inert. No magical aura. Right?
Alright.
The fencing, completely inert. No magical aura. Just regular old, bog standard, non-magical fence as far as your eyes can see. The two pillars at the entranceway, magic on them of the transmutation school, and the boundary of the property, I suppose you would call it, where the fencing ends and the sidewalk begins, or road begins. There appears to be a abjuration magic running all along the length of it.
Alright, I'm gonna relay all this to everyone.
Well, somebody's certainly not taking any chances.
Seems like once we go in there, they're gonna know we're in.
Yeah.
I'm slightly concerned that there may be some kind of anti-magic hijinks. This may be problematic for one such as myself.
Indeed.
Well, specifically going through that gate there, those two pillars, there's some kind of transformation magic that will occur.
There's no way we can try and work out what kind of what kind of magic it is. Maybe Arcana?
I mean, if you want to park out next to it, like tapping rocks to get samples and the like for an hour or so, by all means. Might be a little bit inconspicuous, but you can certainly try.
Well, if it's certainly going to be inconspicuous, then yes, we might certainly do just that.
I mean, in opposite.
Conspicuous?
Going to be very conspicuous if you sit intently examining somebody's pillars. Especially in a more well-to-do area where
I,
the local constabulary is likely to come past and ask you to leave
I
the
have an
premises.
idea. Would it be possible for me to do an identify ritual and then put it on my owl? And have my owl touch the pillars?
Let me just go to the identify spell and have a look quickly. You're really like stretching the anus of this magic, aren't you? Let's see. Identify says choose one object that you must touch through the casting of the spell.
And I can cast
Which
touch
shouldn't be a
spells
problem.
with my owl.
Yeah, I was about to say that shouldn't be a problem if the magic item or some other magic imbued object. So yes, it would work. You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use or how many charges it has, if any. You also learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are.
I do this.
You do this? You send your owl to flapping over, looking at you with a very like, how could you do this kind of
Give
look.
him a thumbs up.
The ultimate betrayal.
He's like, I can't believe you've done this.
You have
Flaps his way over, lands on the pillar without any ill effect, and
has
delivers the
betrayed
remainder of your
his trust.
touch spell. Informs you, Hippo, that the magic mouth spell has been cast on the pillars. And magic mouth is a fairly simple spell, which allows you to implant a message into an object, and when the trigger condition is met, whatever the message is spoken. That's it.
Gods.
Then can I do the same with the barrier?
Superior. You land, sticks his beak into the ground, delivers the spell. And this is a spell that unfortunately you don't know the exact ins and outs of, as it's something far beyond your ability to cast. But you have read about it in some of your tomes of lore. It's a spell called Guards and Wards, and wizards use it to guard and ward large areas, like their strongholds. And it has a number of effects, of which roll a d20 for me, and we'll see how many of the effects you know. Because this, like I say, this is a very high level spell. It's a 6th level spell, and you don't know
Do I add
much of the
anything
actual
to it?
particulars. Let's say Arcana.
20.
This is magical. 20. Okay, let's see. That'll give you 4 of the effects. First off, you know that the spell is capable of flooding corridors, intersections, passageways, and open areas with fog. You know that all doors will be magically locked and sealed inside of the area. And in some cases, the doors can also be hidden by illusions, making them disappear unless you know what you're looking for. Secondly, stairs are filled with the equivalent of the web spell, and the strands actually regrow if burnt away. And in addition to that, it also tends to have illusory magic of varying kinds set up in simple programs that one can set to repeat and loop and baffle intruders. That is what your 20 gain info-wise.
Yeah, this place is very magically defended and very bad for us. I recommend just burning it down.
And maybe a little bit over the top, but given what you've explained, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, they've got some very funky spells.
Bad spells? So, tell me more, gents. What are your plan of actions?
Burning it down might not be such a bad idea. At least we'll know what if people are inside there. In theory, they'll come running out, and we might actually have somebody that we can have a chat to then. I don't suppose that, Hans, that you have the ability to conjure up these, lovely little, I believe they are known as fireballs.
Why, yes, but that would be slightly conspicuous, yeah?
Use your owl?
It's not a touch spell, yeah?
Shit.
Well, first, if this place holds magic, how do we even know that this building is even real? I mean, no one has come from it.
I do not like the ominous laughter that came from the direction of the house.
I do not like the noises the big metal hand in the sky is making.
Now,
It's very astute for a bugbear, lady.
Why don't you,
Yes, I have some good ideas, Mr. Metal Hand.
I think the idea of capturing somebody who is going into the house may help.
Yeah.
We should wait near the gates, then capture them. I have a spell which may help in the capture.
Alright. So, is everybody agreed on this course of action? You're going to attempt to capture a guest. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, I'm going to be trying something of my own. I'm just going to be, observing.
Okay. So everybody except Cole, hunker down in the most inconspicuous fashion possible. Basically, just 4 awkward nerds and a bugbear standing in a alleyway,
I have other
keeping
plans.
watch,
Wait, while they keep watch. I'll
and
go do other stuff.
you do other stuff.
Yes. I have
And
plans.
okay, with your plans, 2 moments, comrade. Doesn't take long, about 20 minutes or so, and you see a tall gentleman, fairly young, judging by the acne, come walking down the street with a very stiff-legged gait, making a beeline for the gate in front of you.
I wish to cast a spell at him.
What spell would you cast?
Blindness and deafness!
Let's see, peasants do not have much in the way of will savings. What's the DC on
It
that
is a
guy?
14 Constitution save.
Alright.
And I wish to make him
Um,
blind.
Alright. You cast... Isn't it both?
No, you have to pick one.
Damn. Alright, your spell pushes through fairly easily, seeing as he's a peasant without much in the way of mental defense. And you see him stagger, make almost like a 90-degree angle, make a grab for the fence, miss, stagger, and then fall down in the middle of the street and start crawling around, feeling out with his
Oh
hands
no,
to see
this
where
man,
he's going.
he is hurt. We should help him. Quick. Somebody rescue him. He has fallen and he cannot get up.
You guys see a couple of people passing by, like, stop and like look at you. Hans, make a performance roll for me, please.
I push at my friends to go and help him.
While Hans is
19!
getting ready to perform on his great. Okay. I was going to say
Alright.
I'll help. as
The
well.
great Hans needs no help in acting.
Okay, so you guys make a fairly convincing effort to rush
Do
across
not
the
worry,
street.
friend. We'll take you to the hospital. Down this alleyway.
Alright.
Because it's quicker this way.
You see
It's
the two people
completely
like stop and like,
nondescript and not dangerous at all.
yes. You see the two people like start excitedly talking and then completely ignore you, carrying on to their destination. You having provided a wonderful bit of entertainment to the boring and bland day that they would have otherwise experienced in their pampered lives. As you rush the poor man, who is not really struggling at all, or making a noise for that matter, the alleyway.
Alright, guys, beat him for information.
Why don't you cast Identify on him to see if there's any spells affecting him real quick?
So, but this takes 10 minutes when you could just beat him.
Technically 11. The level plus 10 minutes.
Good point.
Now, so
sort
we
of-
don't want to hurt you. I'm gonna pull out my crowbar.
Bear in mind, he's still blind.
He
At
can't
this
see
point.
it!
He can't
He's
see you.
blind! I made his eyes stop working.
You
Right,
guys see his
I'm gonna-
eyes are actually
I'm-
all black, like the Skillera just.
I'm
Golf
going to
them.
work this to my advantage. I lean in close to him, and I'm going to try and intimidate him a little bit into into getting him to tell us how we get in there. So sort of vague threats and so on, and removal of kneecaps, defenestration, force
Sure,
feeding
make
his own
a
testes and
intimidate
so on.
check for me. Intimidation roll. So you try to make him a scared boy.
13.
13. I mean, you're fairly convincing, but he's still not said anything. He's not making noises.
I check him for a
In
pulse.
fact, the only real movement from him seems to be himself, kind of like craning himself away from you while you guys are holding him, trying to go towards the gate.
Does he have
He definitely has a pulse.
Alright.
He's warm, he's sweaty, he's feverish.
Hans will sit there for a while and prepare identify a
Does he
ritual.
look healthy aside from the eyes?
Hair looks a little bit greasy, skin looks a little bit sallow. Besides the fact that his eyes are still all black because of Hippo spell and completely blind, so you can't really tell.
Is he not under some kind of compulsion, maybe?
Mm.
Don't worry, I'm casting identify at over 11 minutes.
He gets really frugal with his spell slots, eh?
Keep an eye out for someone
Okay.
else. We might be able to grab two of them.
Keeping an eye out.
Alright, both of you make strength checks for me. The people are actually holding him down, see if you can place.
I think.
Just
While that's
break his
going on,
leg.
Cole, what
Yes.
are you doing?
Yes, comrade. So you said that it's 120 feet to the place itself from the gate, or
That's right.
the thing.
From the
Is
fence?
it over or 100 or exactly 120?
Give or take a foot or two. But why?
Strength
I'm
check
just
of 12.
asking because could I throw a rock that far? Because I can't throw javelin at disadvantage that far.
If it's a rock, sure, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I want to just throw a rock and just casually just walk around being all
Make an attack roll for me.
bugbear.
I attacked
and
the
then just,
gazebo.
He attacks the gazebo. Make an attack roll for me. What is the other strength check? Who else holding this boy down
15.
besides 15
12.
and 12?
attack roll.
Yeah, I mean he's not really very strong. It's almost like he's malnourished. Cool. Make
Do
a-
I use a strength as a bonus?
Sure. Why not?
Right, strength is +3, so that is 15.
You huck the fuck out of that rock. In fact, you huck it right through the guy's window, and you guys hear breaking glass. As he
With
neatly
that-
tucks the rock through the second-story window.
Well, at least it's no delusion, but that was unnecessary. And I slink into some shadows.
Okay. Does the bugbear thing.
I wonder what the smash was.
I had other
Mhm,
plans,
yeah.
but smashing the window kind of was like, oh, whoops. Never mind.
Well, you don't see any movement from the manor, though.
You should question this guy whilst I prepare my spell.
I ask him, nod your head if you can speak.
You see his mouth fall open and some bit slowly roll out of it down to his neck, chin.
That's a no.
Doesn't seem like we're gonna get much out of him.
Nah.
I
Maybe
don't know, maybe
tie
you
it-
should rough him up a little.
I'll cast friends on him as a cantrip.
How's that identify coming?
Oh, it's
along?
coming, don't worry.
Sure. Friends,
Oh, yeah.
what's the DC on that?
16. Hang on, let me check. I think 16 though.
Oh, you guys make.
Yeah, 16.
Okay, he rolls a 13, so fails. He is now compelled to be a friend. If he still had enough of a mind to be a friend. You know, being blind.
And
Well, yeah.
okay, you be good cop,
Oh,
I be
that's
bad
true.
cop.
Listen, don't worry about my friend over there. All right, he's a little rough. Now, can you tell us your name?
Does not appear to be forthcoming.
What if we tied a rope around him and just sent him in? We went to sort of like use him as a fishing lure.
I'm
So,
gonna
yes.
put my hand over his mouth and then hit him in the foot with the crowbar.
Doesn't scream. Doesn't even react.
Oh, come on, you must be more creative than that.
Well, it seems like he doesn't even feel the pain.
I slink out of the shadows from somewhere like, how is it going? How is it going? Comrade?
Oh, you know it goes. How's your adventure?
Oh,
We heard a smashing noise. Do you have any idea what that was about?
Yes, well, I made sure that the dimension actually exists. It is not an illusion.
Well, my owl dropped a rat on it, but then it bounced off.
Well, maybe it would have been a perfect illusion. You don't know.
And it dropped the rock.
Shut up.
Well, at least you have fun, I guess.
Well, you also seem to be having much fun.
Oh,
What's
yes.
going on here?
This is not going well.
This man, he refuses to speak. Maybe if you applied a little, bugbear persuasion to him? Maybe? With your fists?
And I see he's just completely like slack-jawed, like.
He's just kind of like trying to go towards the house, but with his restricted movement, it just kind of makes a sinuous, boneless motion trying to crawl there, while held in place by these two.
What the fuck did you do to him? He's completely brain dead.
No, he was like this when we found him.
I hit his foot with
Doubt.
a crowbar.
Press
And
X to
it's-
doubt.
He had any pain.
Hans will remember this. Well, I'm trying to discern if he is under the effects of any powerful magics that aren't mine.
And with that,
Hold on, Red! Ding! It's done!
ding! Your identify spell finally cast because all of that talking is
Yay.
incredibly part of the ritual.
All
For the reasons.
The ritual was all dance based.
Ah,
So what
okay,
I was
it's
doing
elvish
is I
war
was
dancing.
dancing.
It's just a form of interpretive dance.
Yeah.
You don't know. This isn't a spell.
Oh, he's not well, I can safely say that
But-
he's under the effects of blindness/deafness and friends.
You know he's under the effect of those two spells, as well as some kind of very heavy enchantment.
Enchantment?
Enchant.
Hmm?
Oh god, Sandal.
Enchantment.
Yes.
He's he's enchanted.
And in fact, the only thing you've heard similar to this, because it's not a spell,
It's not a spell.
is you've colleagues of yours from other circles of magic, specifically those specializing in enchantment, are reputed to have the ability to enthrall people.
Ah, I think he's a
Dominate them, remove their free will.
I think he's a magical
make them all-
slave. You know, he's like a fleshy automaton.
Ah.
Well, nothing to do for it, I guess. Just stab him,
Let him in.
cut him up, kill him. You know,
It's a bit too obvious and open out here.
we're in an alleyway.
Let him
It's
in.
fine. I'll stand in front of you. What you doing? No one will see. Go on, just a little bit.
So we're just in a like a empty.
Like in an alleyway across the street, pretty much. yeah.
Where people can see us, and
But-
I'm not surprised.
go past.
nobody-
Cole, just block the alleyway. They won't see past your bulk.
Okay.
And stick
Just
him.
go to the end of the
Stick
alleyway
him.
and just sit there, or not just stand there.
I'll join. Cool.
Oh, If you want something doing, you best do it yourself. I just stab him a bit.
How do you stab somebody just a bit?
Just
A little
just a little bit. You know, just little quick pokes from a longsword.
Just the tip.
Okay, you just poke him in the throat.
Yeah.
Starts bleeding out pretty much
I
immediately.
use green
like
flame
stuck
blade
pig.
to cauterize the gaping wound.
But why,
Open?
comrade? Because that's how you kill the man.
So you're just gonna bleed him to death.
No, I don't want there to be any blood. I want to stab him so he cannot breathe.
You just want to fuse the trachea shut.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
no, we
okay,
see eye to eye.
Jesus Christ. Why? Okay,
Then I
well,
stand
that's
there
the thing.
impatiently whilst he rolls around in pain. Or
He
doesn't.
does't even really struggle.
Oh, good.
He doesn't.
Oh, well, that
Just
that
leans
just-
harder to try and get to
this
the,
just-
to the house.
this just takes the fun out of it. There's no joy here. Well, this is uneventful. Oh well. I cast
After about a minute,
I-
stops.
I cast animate dead.
Before he does that, though, I'm gonna walk over and
Oh.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna go, "That's such a shame." I'm gonna stab him with a dagger and I'm gonna collect a vial of blood.
Sigh. Okay, so you
If
fill up
you
your
don't
vial
ask
with your
why-
humanoid killed.
If you don't ask why I need the corpse, I won't ask why you need the blood.
Sounds good to me, honey.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Just
Um,
okay. Right.
Nox,
This is
you-
all perfectly normal, acceptable behavior.
of course. Nox, you get your vial of blood of a humanoid killed in the last 24 hours. Because I know how desperately you wanted that little reagent. And then, Hippo, animate dead. How long is that to cast? Just straight one round cast, or is it a ritual, or how does it work?
1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, so you basically kneel next to the corpse, hand on the forehead, the, what is it, onyx, I believe, in the corpse's mouth.
No.
Is it not onyx?
That's for
I thought
someone
the material
higher.
component was onyx.
It's a drop of
Oh.
blood, a piece of flesh, and a pinch of bone dust.
Alrighty. And murmur to yourself.
No, no, it's my
And what kind of
minions.
undead are you raising? Are you going to make a
A
flesh
zombie.
puppet, which is still dressed in
Yes.
it? Or are you going to
Yes,
make
I'm making a zombie. You see, zombie, and then I take off my scarf and wrap it around his neck to hide the stab. Don't want anyone getting
Okay.
suspicious.
I'm just at the end of this fucking alleyway, like, no
You-
necromancy here.
Like, you turn around and the man that they just shanked is now standing, looking a little bit glassy-eyed, eyes starting to become a little bit cloudy, immediately behind Han.
Don't mind him.
Yep.
He's my friend now.
No necromancy here.
Perhaps nothing to see here. Moving right
Sweet.
along.
It's
Um,
the HP. It's
What's on
increased
the
by
other end of
7.
this alleyway? Just sort of as a matter of general curiosity.
Sorry, what about the alleyway?
What's on the other end of this alleyway?
It appears to be a dead end, and there's a pile of rotting hay there with the remains of a cart. As far as you can see.
Mm. Okay.
Alright, Hippo, so your zombie squad, what, 29 HP?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right, so anything else you gentlemen would like to do?
Send
What
the
is the
zombie
green-
into
You
Knock on
guys
the
are
front
incredibly
door?
lucky, like, not a single fucking person walking past you has managed to roll higher than a 9 for their, like, perception to see if they notice anything.
The joys of village people. They do not care. They just go about their business.
What's the current time? Like, is it nighttime already?
It's almost nighttime. Let's say it's about an hour now before, dusk.
And he
Right.
adds my proficiency to his attacks.
Correct,
Because I'm a necromancer.
Yep. So he has +6 to his attacks. Which is pretty good.
We could
So-
always send him to go and knock on the front door.
What in Ritzk, my new friend?
Can't you just raise him again? Or I'm fairly certain, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, that once we're inside there, you're probably going to have many opportunities to have many, many new friends.
Yeah, this is probably true. Well, the place is very, very magical. They will most definitely know that we are coming when we start our assault.
Yes, but would you rather have bad shit happening to him or to you?
Ah, okay. Sorry, Terence. Off you go.
Terrence.
Terence.
I sent Terence off to the door.
What are your instructions to Terrence?
Knock on. What did we see the other people do? Did they just open the door? Did they knock?
They just went
I tell
inside.
him to go in.
All right. Terrence marches across the street, sways a little bit. The stride is a little bit fucking awkward considering the guy's crowbarred his leg.
Like a parent watching a child learn the bicycle without stabilizers or anything. I'm stood behind, kind of leaning, like myself, trying to guide him. No, left, no, right a
Yeah.
bit. Stay up. There you go,
Pretty much
Terence.
like a broken toy soldier, like makes it across. I mean, not without considerable amount of effort on his part to keep a steady road. You know, walks through the gates with no ill
I'm
effect.
so proud of him.
Walks down the gravel path, slips occasionally, falls, gets up. Looks a little bit frosty. Walks up to the front door, opens it, steps inside, and disappears from view.
Okay, well, he didn't explode.
We assume that the pathway is therefore safe.
Well, after you, my friend.
I have an idea.
I'm
What if
all
I-
ears.
Grab a person who isn't under some kind of mental effect and get them to go in, then come right back out and tell us what the
Ooh, even
message
better.
said.
Maybe
So
we
you're
can-
going to kidnap a person to tell them to walk
we're,
into
we're
the
going
gate.
we're going to persuade.
Yes. Persuade.
I'll
Okay.
bullshit them.
We're good friends.
Okay, so what?
Yeah.
You guys are just gonna stand next to the open gate and then try to
Oh,
flag down
no!
a passing person?
My
and ask them to
ball
go
has
into the
landed
gate?
in this person's home, and I am terrified to knock on the door. Please, somebody get my ball back. I wish to
So
play
which of you are
ball.
going to be running this spectacular ruse?
I'll do it so I can cast friends on the person.
This sounds like a bad idea.
This is a completely horrible idea, my friend.
Maybe just use somebody's natural charm.
Much better idea. The people that are walking around and back and forth. Is there anybody there who, looks?
Any children that are unaccompanied,
We need a mark.
unaccompanied
Oh,
minors.
yeah, are there any sort of urchins or
No urchins.
Urchins
in
aren't
this area.
allowed in
It's
this
a-
area.
it's a- Not in this
But
area.
that's exactly why you'd find them. And
These
they'd be really
are
good at hiding.
primarily well-to-do-it merchants, their guards, people doing deliveries, that kind of thing. Not really much in the way of kids on the road, or urchins or bums, that kind of thing.
Where's the nearest guard?
At this very moment.
Where's the nearest guard?
Fuck it, roll a d20. Let's see. Make a perception check for me, because most people are starting to clear off the street as it goes towards night anyway.
26.
Do you see a man in a horrendous orange and green tabard, sword clutched tightly in one hand, and still inside its scabbard, hurrying across like he's busy smuggling a bunch of watermelons in pants?
You put that poor man.
Like, very, very officious.
God, please, God, we desperately need your help. Please.
You see him stop, sigh, scowl intensify, and you see him, like, waddle his way over.
I'm gonna be changelinged as a little child, by the way.
Fuck, what?
Of course, because why not? Yeah.
Please, we desperately need your help, sir. Please, a man just he assaulted this child that was there, and we saw him run into that house. Please, we desperately need your help. Persuasion.
Okay. And Changeling,
Bollocks.
make a...
Look in pain,
what would
child!
that be? Acting? No.
I
what
cast
would it be?
inflict wounds!
In your happy place.
Inflict wounds!
I think I have advantage on, or he has disadvantage on seeing through my disguise.
Make
Well,
a
not
deception
strategies.
check for me.
Yeah, I don't think he's attempting to see through your disguise. It's just for, acting as an injured
No,
child.
Dylan has advantage on deception checks to avoid detection when using his change appearance. So make a deception check, and then what was that persuasion check, Mackenzie?
14.
14. Let's see how this man's insight's feeling today. Wow, that's a 1.
Shit!
Oh, thank God.
21 on deception.
Jesus Christ! I mean, he looks down at
Dear
you,
God.
and as hard as he is, he's a man of Luskan. Fights footpads and murderers on a nightly basis. Puts up with shit from rich, merchants, lords, and fist fights fucking pirates at his favorite bar, and his heart just melts when at this poor
Look at that
child who was
child.
assaulted by some horrible
The
bastard.
kid's just there. Ah! Ah! The
Just standing there
pain!
like...
Oh, honey,
Oh, the humanity.
He's like, fine, you want me to get the village? They want me to get the town guard for you.
We just need you to go up to that, bring him back out here. That we will take care of the rest. What this man did was wrong, and you know it.
Fine,
Look
wait
at
here.
this child.
You see
No,
him
he's just going to
skip
come out
past
of
you,
Terrence.
pushes the gate open,
If he sees he's a zombie, this could go poorly for us.
and you guys see as he
Just
steps
disavow
into
any knowledge of his
the
existence.
yard. When he pushes open the gate and steps inside, you see a pair of moist pink lips form in the air directly ahead of him. And it says, "Mortal, you are trespassing. Cease this intrusion at once and leave with your life. Enter my property unlawfully and your life is forfeit. This is your only warning."
Keep going,
You
God!
see the guard
Keep
kinda like,
going!
do it, like back away from it, like, okay,
Keep going. You're almost there.
I kick the child
right.
to produce tears.
crocodile tears.
He looks back at you, looks at the like floating disembodied lips, and he's just like, "No, man." He's like, "Look, man, you guys need to go find the guardsmen, bring them here, and then maybe they can assist you. I'm just a house guard. I ain't fucking with magic. I'm out." And he like starts hurrying away from you with the awkward gait.
When he's at his side, I transform back.
Okay.
If nobody's looking around, or if I look around and see nobody, I just want to casually just walk up the iron thing, like the gate. Just not go through the gate. Just
Yeah,
walk
you-
up
you
like
guys-
the,
You guys just see the fucking bugbear just walk up the side of the fence.
Well,
Like,
just
walk
like-
well, you don't see that
just
every
sit
day.
down. And
This
then
is
like,
like-
what's up on the grounds itself? Does anything pop up telling me I need to go GTFO?
I think I saw a play
No,
like this.
it doesn't. However, how many of you are standing outside? How many of you are standing
All of us
inside?
are outside except for him.
I'm the only one inside.
Oh,
We're not
outside.
that stupid.
Oh, that's fucking awkward. So after the single warning has been issued to the trespassers, all of you, since all of you are mages in this particular instance,
I
Cool.
never got a warning. What's this?
a warning was issued, whether or not you were the particular asshole who triggered it.
We were not
It's a
inside
magic
the
spell.
grounds at the
It,
time.
it can't tell.
But we're not even in
It's
the
a magic spell.
in the grounds.
I know, you three are
Oh,
fine.
oh,
You're
fine. Oh,
outside.
phew.
All of you feel a thrum of energy, like some enormous generator has just kicked in, and your actual bone starts to ache in sympathy with that same sensation you felt when you observed the vial or analyzed the vial of the substance last week. But on a much, much greater scale. Cole, for you inside, the mansion grounds that moment ago were, were still open, the day, or what's left of the day, that was clear and cool suddenly becomes dim. If somebody has just drawn a curtain across the setting sun. Mist swirls up from the grass at your feet, forming a thick carpet, and immediately obscuring your vision in all directions. And that thrum echoes deep in your bone.
Do we see this happening to our
You guys
benevolence?
outside don't see shit. Just feel some massive energy sources just kicked in, and there is people on the inside of this building.
Cole,
Are you okay up there?
buddy?
Do I hear them?
You
Make
might
a
want to
perception
get your
check for
ass
me.
out there.
Make a perception check, Cole.
All right. That is perception. That's a 5.
You hear their voices come very faintly, as if from a great distance down a tunnel.
Well, this is interesting.
Cole, put yourself inside where you just hopped the fence.
Somewhere around here.
Okay. So,
Can we still see him?
no, can't see him.
Okay, so it's more
Did I
like
just go like poof?
defense.
Moment you landed on the grass, just poof for them. So, I would like you all to roll initiative, because at this point everything's going to be happening in rounds. And it's up to you, fuckers, to figure out what you're going to do now. Let me just set my timer over here. Clear? Damn it. Set the timer. God.
15.
21.
16.
Second? Okay, so you guys can just arrange yourself on the initiative tracker here. So whoever is going to be
I'm most likely the
at the...
lowest.
Let's put yourselves wherever you are in the initiative order, from top to bottom. Just give me a sec to quickly get this sorted. Okay, so top of the initiative. Got Nox, then Hans, then Lauren, then Cole. Is that right?
Yeah, I was 7. Someone's
Lauren, what did you roll?
16.
You're above
16.
me.
Right, and Nox, what did you roll?
21.
Okay. So, what do you do? Nox, your turn.
um. And he just disappeared, right? Like, you don't see him anymore?
There's nothing there, just this massive thrum
I'm gonna head on in.
running in the background.
I'm heading in.
Make a willpower
There,
saving
everyone,
throw
let
for me,
us-
please, to see if you can push your
Let
way
us
in.
load that brashly here. Oh god, he ran in.
This is not going to go well, is it? No, no, there's no way this could go badly at
15.
all.
15,
Such-
alright. You manage to push yourself through, almost as if you're parting a very heavy velvet curtain. And for a moment, that same ache in your bones extends to every nerve ending in your body, and you almost faint from the pain. But you manage to push yourself in, and you now see this mist in front of you, just obscuring everything, and faintly in front of you, the
if
vague
it's-
humanoid form of Cole.
I can see through it if it's magical. Up to 120 feet. With my dark vision special thing.
Is it the dark vision one, or the one that can see through illusions?
It's
'Cause
the
dark
one I
vision-
get from Warlock spell. It
Yeah,
lets
that's
me see
only
through
magical
magic.
darkness.
I thought it was... Oh, let me check.
There's one for everything, and there's one specifically for darkness. Let's quickly look at your invocations, and we can see which one you picked. Because they're two different things.
Would this
Devil Sight, you can see normal, magical, and non-magical darkness. So yes, it's just
Oh, so it doesn't work with, like, fog?
no.
would this count as would any part of the spell count as any kind of charm effect?
Fog, no, definitely
No.
not. Guards and wards is an abjuration, so unfortunately not. So you push your way in. Anything you'd like to do, Nox?
Just have a look around.
Okay. It's the same yard that you've been observing this whole time, except very, very thickly misty. Make a perception check for me while you glance around.
17. Hey, I'll be right
17.
back. By the way, I gotta ring the doorbell.
Hannes,
Okay.
This is not looking good.
Well, you would be
Right.
correct.
Okay, Hans, your turn. Nox, sorry, your turn. No, Lodoran, your turn. You've seen Nox push through the gate and disappear from sight. would you
Oh
like to-
boy. For now, okay. From the outside, do I see the fog in the yard, or
No, looks like exactly it's looked the entire
Okay,
time
so-
you guys have been
so
eyeballing
it
it.
looks exactly the same? Okay, and when Knox went in, what did I see happen? Did it look
It's-
like he was struggling to walk in, or did he just step in like
It's-
normal? And
It seemed like he momentarily hesitated, stepping
Mhm.
over a step that was longer than he thought it would.
Okay.
That was it. And then he disappeared from sight.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to very discreetly ready my my preferred weapon.
All right.
Okay.
I'm back.
Just as a safety precaution, I'm going to step forward that I'm here by the gate end.
All right. Make a willpower saving throw.
Not stepping through it, but in front of it.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Call out to Nox. Nox, can you hear me?
Nox, make a perception
What do
check.
you see?
Also, incidentally, Nox, glancing around, you see dark forms in the fog coming from the entranceway to the manor.
13.
13. It sounds like he's standing outside a building shouting at you, and the voice is muffled. But you can hear him very, very softly.
I can hear you, honey, but barely.
Eric, make a perception check for me to see if you can hear him.
And I tell him about the forms, if you can hear me.
Well, let's see if he hears you.
12.
12. I mean, it's hard to hear, but
shit
you can
roll.
definitely hear it quietly whisper back to you that there's some kind of shapes coming in the mist. That
Okay.
it's
So
misty inside.
and I can't see anything coming from there.
Looks, you don't see anything on the interior. It's just an open
Okay,
grass
wow.
area.
Okay, I step through then.
Make a willpower saving check for me.
It's what, D20 plus?
It's your will save on your sheet. It's the one at the top that says Wiz +1.
So it's just plus your wisdom modifier.
That's it. D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
That's not good. 6.
You step forward just like he did, and facepalm into something that is malleable, not entirely soft, and rebounds you off the door. Out.
Can I try again?
Next round.
Okay.
Right. That being done, we got Hans. What is Hans doing?
Well, it doesn't seem like there's much fun to be had out here. I cast Mage Armor on myself, and then I rush in.
Okay. Willpower saving throw, please.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad.
How much is that?
It's like
Boing!
7.
Okay. 7, yeah, you boing, unfortunately. DC is 10,
Ow.
push inside, eh?
In my face.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Same thing happened to me.
Terrence! Terrence, come back now!
Terrence is actually on his way back to you at the moment. Some homies. Homies' turn. Let me put them on the field. They're going to go squarely between Lauren and Hans. Whoops, it's a terrible place to put them. Okay. Cole and Nox, both of you see a shambling glassy-eyed horde of what appear to be noblemen and people dressed in evening wear and well-to-do-its come shambling from the entrance of the house towards you. Marching behind them, a man in long royal blue robes, his face in shadows and mist, unable to discern any of his facial features at this distance. They appear to be holding an assortment of swords, axes, shovels, picks, spades, all sorts of implements. None of them looking particularly warlike, all of them walking with straight legs, exaggerated gait, and glassy-eyed stares.
So they what, about 100 feet away?
From them now, closer to 90. Okay, that is them. Cole, your turn. What would you like to do?
Just gonna move over here. If I have enough movement. If I don't have enough movement, I'll just dash.
Okay, dash
over
there.
Is there anything I could do as bonus action? Nah, it's fine. I'll just hold there for now. Kind of just
Pulling out
waiting.
your pike,
Yep.
your halberd.
Yeah, my halberd.
Right? Pulling out your halberd. All right. People are advancing in complete silence. None of them saying anything at all. Nox, your turn.
Alright, I'm
What
gonna
would
say
you like
to
to do?
Cole, honey, that Mouse said pretty clearly that they're gonna try to kill us. So, and I'm gonna whip a Eldritch Blast at the first one I see.
Target, yes, I know.
Do we
Target
see
the
the
one that
Eldritch
seems
Blast
like
being
most
cast?
magiest.
You don't see anything from your end, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim it at the guy in the back.
Sure, he's going to use them for half cover. And you basically, make your attack roll for me. That should be amusing. Never got to use this kind of creature before.
So we don't see our party members either.
No, you don't see your party members at all. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything. It's just a grassy house like it's been this entire afternoon you've been watching it.
22.
22! Alrighty. You hit. Very well. Roll damage for me.
He sounded entirely too happy about that, just by the way.
He sounded.
How many hits? How many beams is that you're firing, by the way?
2.
2. Okay, so you have to roll twice, for your attacks.
First one
Each
is
one
12.
individually is
He
a
made a noise like this in Dark Heresy when I shot something and with my sniper rifle and the bullet bounced off and blew off my fucking leg.
It's not my fault you don't like Demon Princes of Nurgle. Okay. So, that's a hit. On 12 damage you say for the first hit, hey?
Mhm.
Okay, just roll all your d20s to 1 when you attack, just to make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
Alright, and the second one?
Miss.
Miss.
1.
What's the to hit?
Plus 8.
Plus
So
8, 9.
so
Almost.
it's a 1.
Alrighty. So, first beam does 12 damage. You see it blast neatly through the group of people staggering towards you. And you can't see it, but you swear you see a smile on the face of the robe figure behind them, as he just languidly lifts his right arm and sweeps it slightly to the right, as you see one of the glassy-eyed people stagger in front of the beam and just get hit, and his chest concaves in under the blast, staggering him backwards. And he just gets up again and starts staggering forward. Him having used one of the people to intercept the blast, by the look. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it for me. Staying
That's
behind
it.
Cole.
Alright. I have to keep track of all these fuckers. Right, that being done, next up, we've got Lauren. What are you going to be doing?
I yell out to the guys, if you can see anything, let me know. Tell me what's happening, if you can.
Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
Well,
As a reaction,
basically-
one of you guys inside, shout back. Or try and shout back, and we'll see. Make a perception check from inside to see if you guys hear anything. I love guards and wards.
15.
Nope.
15, okay. Nox, you hear the Lauren shouting, to let you know if anything is happening. If you can see anything, what do you shout back?
We're fighting the rich people that we're entering, the well-dressed people, and there appears to be someone behind
Lauren,
them controlling them.
make a willpower perception check for me. See if
Can
you
I
hear him.
try and hear?
Yeah.
Perception, you say?
Yep.
17.
17. You hear? What about Lauren? What did you roll?
25.
25. Yeah, you both hear. Like he says that they're under attack by nobles.
I yell back, how far away are they?
That's enough yelling for now. Talking's a free action, but not quite that many free action conversations.
Describe how they're
Okay,
dressed!
I'm gonna
What are they wearing?
I'm gonna try and step through again.
All right. Make a willpower saving throw for me. Push your way through.
Ah, much better. 20.
Nice. You shove aside what feels like a light curtain as you step into the interior. Instantly, the sunlight from dusk is just gone, replaced with an oppressive gloom. Around you, mist swirls in all directions, cutting down your sight lines and leaving a dozen odd shapes approaching from within the mist towards you.
About how far away are they?
The mist makes it hard to judge exact distances. Anything between
guess.
70 and 90 feet, you
Okay,
reckon.
that's fine. I'm going to fire at the ground, sort of where I guess where they are at about. I'm going to fire at the ground specifically. I'm not trying to hit one of them. I'm aiming at the ground.
All right.
To fire
Make an attack roll.
because...
Because of the paper box.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
22.
22. Yeah, easy. I mean, ground, you know.
So,
You fire
Nice
at the
to hit
feet
it.
of the closest concentration of creatures, and what is the damage roll on that?
well, first off, the damage from the pepper box. Where's my D10? 11.
Okay.
And then pepper box has the explosive ability.
Mm-hmm. Everything must make a DC save equal to 8 plus proficiency plus dex, eh? So your
boy.
proficiency is plus 3, and your dexterity modifier is 4, so it's 15, I
DC
believe.
12. Hang on.
Or did I just read the wrong one? No, it's dex modifier plus your
Dex,
proficiency, yeah. So it's 8 plus
Yeah.
3 plus 5.
Yeah.
plus- No, sorry, I lie.
8 plus 3
Plus
plus 1.
Sorry,
plus 1.
I was looking at the wrong
8 plus
stats. Yes,
4 is
you're right.
12. DC
12. Okay. Let me make a couple of saves for these zombies and then see what happens. So say you hit 3 of those zombies with the pepper box blast.
Yeah.
5, 5, and 11. So it's 3 failures.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm rolling fucking
Only
terrible
1
tonight.
point of fire damage.
And each of them takes a single point of fire damage. You guys see Leloran pull a very unusual looking device from his coat. It's not a crossbow, it's not a wand, it makes an enormous fucking racket, and you guys see fire bloom at the feet of the oncoming shadows coming towards you. And none of you have actually seen anything like this before. This is a very unusual device. Okay, it's the Zams. Next up, who we got next on the initiative?
It is I, Hans!
You Hans, what
I'm
are you
running
doing?
again!
Oh no, sorry, I lied.
Oh
It's the
no!
welcome party first.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
kind of glad I'm still out here!
Welcome party comes closer, and you guys hear a deep tonal intonation coming from the rear. And suddenly, you see spidery, black, purple, faint strands of energy are now attached to each of the creatures and leading back to the robed figure behind them, as if he's holding an enormous spool of puppet wire in his hand that extends to each of these figures. And that is going to be their turn. Hans! Yes, what is Hans?
Hans attempts to rush in!
Make a civil save, Hans!
You can
I
do
did
it!
it!
You burst in, expecting the worst to happen through this veil, and kind of slide to a stop as you see there's quite a large selection of shapes busy moving towards you, all dressed in their finest evening wear.
Oh,
You also see the form of Terrence with his scarf on the far side of the group.
alright, first up, I just... Terrence, kill them!
Alright, I need you to make an opposed spellcraft check for me against this guy. So it's an Arcana check to see whether you can wrest control of Terrence back from him.
Oof. 12.
Oof. Oof, I say. 7.
Yay!
Okay, so Terrence immediately makes a 90-degree turn and just
Does Terrence get
starts
his,
attacking the closest one.
Does Terrence get his own
Yes,
initiative?
you named Terrence. Fuck it, why not?
So he'll just go.
Hopefully I spelled Terrence right. Roll initiative for Terrence for
Oh
me.
god, what the fucking zombie initiative?
Hold on, Zombies have -2 to dexterity, so roll d20 -2.
15. Same as me.
15. Same as you, perfect. So Hans and Terrence are.
I'll
into
just do
battle.
Terrence's attack first then. Terrence, I'm just gonna. Can I
Yeah,
see
do
the
that.
magic man?
The Magic Man's kind of at the rear of the horde, but yes, you can make him out there.
Terrence,
So Terrence.
go for them!
Yes.
Go for the magic man!
Shambles there, provoking 2 attacks of opportunity from the other 2 that
I
he passes
believe in
by.
you.
Luckily, the zombies have got awful attack rolls. +3 to hit. Terrence has an AC of 8, so the first zombie hits him. Second zombie crits him.
Oh no.
And for Terrence. Okay, so that's going to be 4 damage from the first zombie. And oh my god, I can't believe I rolled a 1 on my crit. And 3 damage from the second zombie. So it's 7 damage to
Okay,
Terrence. So he has 22
Does he
remaining.
manage to make it to the guy?
Yes, you managed to make it to the guy, and Terrence raises up Terrence's mighty Terrency arms and flicks his scarf out of the way so it doesn't get blood in it. And makes an attack roll. Oh my god. Make your attack roll, Terrence.
Oh god, what?
Oof.
Oh, I had my proficiency.
Oh wait, no, he gets the bonus from you.
Choose
So it's
plus
plus
3.
6.
9.
Isn't your proficiency +3?
Yeah, and I rolled a 6.
No wait, Terrence has got +6, so it's +3 +3.
Oh, does
Remember?
he?
Weapon attack +3 for zombies, and then +3 for
Oh,
the
okay, then.
proficiency. So
12.
it's 12 total. Okay, so Terrence slams down his fists, aiming to brain this wizard, and the wizard just moves his hand to interpose one of his minions between them, and Terrence slaps the shit out of him. Roll damage for Terrence, please.
Crit.
Well, it's not,
Kills him.
because I only
Kill
rolled
him.
not enough. That's a whole 3.
3 points damage. Alright. You slap the tits off of the poor one that's already been blamed by your comrade with the Eldritch Bolt. Anything else you would like to do, comrade?
That's it for Terrence. And then for my turn, well, Terrence doesn't appear to be working. Let's try something more conventional. I'm just going to cast Fireball right in the middle of the group.
Okay. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Fireball should be large enough blast to pretty much catch
20-foot
pretty
radius.
much
They
everything.
must make a DC 14 Dex save.
Fuck it. It's only 14. Pretty low. Okay, so let's do that. Hey-ya! For the wizard. That's not a 14. So, wizard eats a dick when it comes to the fireball, and then let's quickly do the zombies. And there's 12 of them, so 11 of them. So 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Might as well use these repeatedly because there's so many of them for AoEs. Right, zombies, including Terrence. Zombies have -2 to their dex, so fail. 14 passes. Fail. 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 And
for them.
those 3 pass, so they take half damage.
And I rolled
Alrighty, so 9 of them, including Terrence, eat a dick.
39 for the damage.
Oof, I say. I'm just gonna roll their con save as a bonus. The zombies are gonna attempt to use their undead fortitude, where if they get reduced to 0 damage, they can make a con save, and if they pass it, they survive on 1 hit point. That's a negatory, Star Captain, and you guys just fucking explode the entire group of zombies. You just see their bodies get blasted apart, arms getting fucking flung away, legs getting blown apart. Terrence's lost words, turns around to your hands, and you see him stretch out an arm in his mouth. I love you. before like also getting immolated by the fireball.
Goodbye,
And
Lawrence.
The mage also explodes.
Okay.
Just shattering into a black shards of glass, just go scattering across the path, leaving just a whole bunch of dead corpses in front of you guys.
Interesting.
Well, that was a disappointment.
You guys start hearing a laugh from the location of where all these zombies just used to be. And you see the shadow image of the mage reform.
Ah,
You
okay.
see him smile, and he's like, "How very ruthless of rise." And you see the corpses of the now dead commoners that you blasted with your fireball get back up on
All of
their
them?
feet. All of them.
Oh, wow, dick move.
You see him
I mean,
smile.
we could have shared them.
Terrence, it is now. Oh shit. Terrence is actually not under your control anymore.
Well, Terrence was a
Um,
zombie anyway. Can he raise zombies?
He can indeed.
Piece of shit.
Cole, your turn. You just
Um,
saw your comrade Hans blast the ever-living tits off of a group of zombies with a fireball, and you're like, well, that's disappointing. Bunch of commoners that are now zombies. They are back on their feet.
Okay, couple of
So
questions.
they walked it off.
How far is the mage away from his zombies, and how far away from the zombies?
You are currently about 60 feet away from the zombies. The mage has got two reasonably close to him. He's standing about between 8 and 10 feet from the back of the horde at the moment.
Alright, I'm just gonna go, like, walk a little bit closer here, like, walking 30 feet to my
Are
maximum.
you basically going to Leonidas them now? You're just going to park in the middle there and shall not pass them?
I shall go there, and then I shall cast one of my spells. I shall
Oh.
cast as an action. Actually, it's a bonus action, but it doesn't really matter. I shall cast Shield of Faith, and I get +2 AC for the duration. It is also concentration, so I'll need to make a note of that.
Alright, so you guys see your bugbear companion walk forward, stop, put his halberd down on the ground in front of him, slamming the butt into the ground in front of him, and mutter a word under his breath, take his one hand off the haft, lay it on his chest, and you just see a golden light envelop him, actually burning the mist for about 5 feet in either direction from him, sets himself between you and the horde that's incoming. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Cole?
I do technically have an action.
You do.
I'm just gonna. I wonder if these are technically one. Yeah, they're technically one-handed. Well, still keeping like the halberd.
Halberd
like,
in one hand, yeah?
One hand, just keeping it right there. I'll just throw a javelin at the mage. He's.
Fuck it.
I think he's
Go
out
for
of
it.
range, but for whatever, I'm just gonna use an
It
action
should
to
work.
do something.
It's fine.
So
It's perfectly
since
fine.
I have
Go
double
for it.
attacks, I'll do two.
Okay. You basically just huck a javelin, and with the momentum of throwing the first one, reach down, pull out another one, and then throw it again with the underhand. Throw at him. Something usually frowned upon because it's not terribly effective, but fuck do you care? You have double-hinged arms.
Yeah. So is it with disadvantage? Am I in range?
No, that's just advantage. It's fine.
Okay.
Or just
Yeah,
normal.
well, those were pretty terrible rolls. Anyway, those are with +6, so that's a 12 and a 11.
Sure. Once more, you see him move his arm, and the two closest zombies to him stagger in front of you, and the two javelins actually slam into one of them, putting it down, and you see it actually stagger and fall to the ground prone and stop moving.
Shall I still roll for damage or no?
No, it looks like it's just fucking used one of the zombies that was took half damage from the fireball. Just pretty much got wrecked. It only had like 2 HP left,
Ah, okay.
so don't worry about rolling for damage.
Alright,
Okay.
that's fine.
Anything else?
No, that's for me for now.
You for now. Right, Nox. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at the mage, and this time I'm gonna remember that it pushes back 10 feet. So if he tries
Okay.
to block with it, it'll push his zombies into him.
All right, works for me. Roll your 2 d20s. Let's see if you hit. Wham!
12 and 14.
12 and 14, that's enough to roll some hits on this poor bad boy. Right.
19.
Okay. That is quite a lot of damage. And again, you see him just move his arm up. It brings 2 zombies. Wait, this one's technically dead, so I'll just put it out. Brings the remains of Terrence and another zombie in front of him, basically using it to block the Eldritch Blast. And you throwing one at both? One at each or one at both? You can decide how you want him to intersect in this case. Do you want him to just block both beams as one, or do you want to split? One of both, okay.
Mhm.
And the 2 zombies just go bowled over and land behind him on the ground from the Eldritch Blast and stagger back up to their feet. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Now, next up. Nox, you're done. Liloran, would you like to do?
I've watched the Eldritch Blasts and everything, and he always pulls zombies up. So I figure, seeing as I've got a hand free, I sort of quietly mutter to myself, using up one of my bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration, yeah.
So that gives me basically, I get.
Other than you, eh? You can't inspire yourself yet.
Okay, no, don't worry
Yes.
about that then. Then we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we are going to cast Magic Missile at said magic fucker. And it's Magic Missile automatically hits. He cannot put stupid zombies in front of him to block the shots.
Not a bad idea. Alright, so Magic Missile is just straight, no rolls required.
And
Roll
it's a
your...
D4 plus 1 per lance. I've got 3 of them.
Alright, so grab your D4s and roll your damages. Total when you're done.
That is 8 in total.
8 points of damage. Okay, this time you guys actually see the spell dart out from his hand. 2 little silvery darts of light that just go skimming through the mist like sharks and slam into the form of the mage, and you see him blink out of existence again, but not without a muffled oof as the magic slams into him. And it's just the horde now, no mage. So, anything else you'd like to do? You do have a bonus action. You can inspire teammates if you
As
want.
a bonus action, I am going to yell out to Cole to, kick their asses and cast Bardic Inspiration on him.
Okay, if you use it, you actually have to say something. So, what are you going to? What words of inspiration are you
I feel
going to
like
use?
Ralphie.
Kick their asses, yes, sir.
Okay, with this strange foreign curse on his lips, Cole, you feel inspired for some fucking reason. You don't know why, but you are.
It
I have
works.
inspiration.
You have a D8 inspiration dice, yes.
Mary Poppins was a wuss.
Okay. Anything else, or is that you? Bonus action? Would you like to
No,
move, or is
action,
that you?
bonus action. No, I'm quite happy where I am.
Cool. Welcoming committee. Mage is gonna boop back in. Goddamn blink spells. And that poor zombie's going to stay dead. These 2 homies are gonna move up with the rest of their homies. He's gonna move up a little bit just so he can use them as cover. And then all of them are going to shamble forward some more. Cole, they're now about 10 foot away from you. Coming in the reach of your... 15 feet away from you, sorry. Coming in the reach of your long-ass arms.
Flap every single one of them.
Okay, do you have unlimited attacks of opportunity?
Creatures provoke opportunity attacks when they enter your weapon's reach.
Right, so the first 4 are close enough.
Stab,
that
stab,
one,
stab.
that one, and that one. You guys just see this man suddenly pull a halberd up in like an overhead swing and use it horizontally. Something frowned upon in military academies. But those fucking long bugbear arms make it work. Make your attack roll with me, please, 4 times.
Alrighty.
Zombie horde's gonna be like, please why?
Just give me moments.
Zombies have an AC of 8, so as long as you don't
Okay.
roll a 1, you're pretty much okay.
Yeah, because I have a +7 with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all of those attacks hit.
Okay, so zombie 1, 3, 4, 2, all of them hit. Roll damage for me, please.
Which is 1d10 +4. So that is a 13.
Okay, so 13 damage. Let's just say we hit every single zombie with 13 damage, just for the sake of expediency. And you guys just see him hack off limbs and arms where the blast from the fireball had already, like, dismembered several of these corpses quite badly. The bugbear just starts savaging them even more. They are looking pretty bad at the moment. Well, worse, seeing as their fires.
Cut them down at the knee, then they can't freaking move anymore.
Okay, Cole, anything else you'd like to do?
Well, it's not my turn, so.
Okay, oh yeah, shit, fuck, I completely forgot about that. Holy shit, you're right.
Did I now?
Okay, that's the Hord's turn. Hans, your
How
turn.
far away is Simage?
Simage is about, let's say 70 feet from you.
70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Alright, I'll just move up as like 30 feet then.
This is about 30 feet.
Alright,
Where
I'll
Cole's
move up
gonna stand.
behind Cole then,
Okay.
and then attempt. Oh no, because that's not gonna work, is it? Because he'll just do that.
More fireball.
No. I'm gonna attempt to bestow a curse upon the bad man.
Ooh.
He must make a wisdom saving throw of 14, which he'll probably pass.
Is that a touch or not?
Oh no, it is. Goddamn. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to do that. I will do that, however. I will attempt to make him blind.
Of course.
Constitution
'Cause why
saving throw
wouldn't
of
you?
14.
Oh my. Oof, I say. Yep, that's a fail.
Yeah, he's
so
blind.
You see him reach up suddenly to his eyes with both robes, and you guys actually see that those strands of purplish light are still attached to the zombies, but he's currently just like kneeing at his eyes trying to clear them, muttering under his mouth. Blind at present. Okay, anything else you'd like to
Suck it!
Oof, that's gonna
Suck
be
it,
awkward,
fool!
Okay.
I don't really think there's much else I can do. Let me check.
Okay, so future reference, until he's no longer blind, attack rolls against him will have advantage. So that's spell attacks, ranged attacks, and melee attacks. Okay, that is Hans.
Let me see
Hans
if
done?
there's
No Hans?
any bonusy things I can do. No, I'm good.
Okay, so Hans is done. Terence is no longer Terence. Cole, your actual turn rolls around. What would you like to do?
Now, comrade, I have two options. I can be all like, let me just hold up here and blap more of these things, or I can be crazy and do something completely fucking stupid.
It's up to you.
What do
It's
you?
up to you, man.
What do you say, comrade Hans?
Do what Cole would do.
Yeah,
Oh.
just go ham on them, I guess.
Okay. What I shall do is, so how far is the mage himself?
Through this horde, probably like about 20. No, I lie. Probably about 40 foot that you'd have to squeeze through. Also, incidentally, sorry, I should probably mention this. Hans, since you're standing on the path, from now on your movement's going to be halved because the stones are actually frozen underfoot,
Oof.
making them very, very slippery to move upon. Cole, you could get there, but like I say, this section through here that you're gonna have to push through, that's going to make your movement a little bit hard. Trying to push your way through a horde of zombies.
Okay, so he's 40 foot away from me.
Yeah, basically.
And how much distance is between until the first zombies?
It's about 15 feet from you now at the moment.
Okay, I'm
You
going
pretty
to
much
move.
managed to stop them in their tracks there with your pike.
I'm going to move 15 feet closer towards them, like seemingly charging them. Then then all of a sudden, like almost like turn my back to them, and I misty step behind the.
God damn it!
Damn, son!
He's stolen my
That's
plan!
very clever.
Yeah, I go there. So especially I aim it so that I'm as far away from. Well, since he was 40 feet away from me. Mine's 15, so, it's like
so you run
30.
15 and then you
30.
blink 30 with Misty.
Yeah, so basically I want it so that if he turns the zombies around, I can blap them as well if they start attacking me.
You hear him
But-
mutter, "Nothing personal, kid."
But yeah, I just
Okay.
basically blink there, like basically white, almost golden light, just like
Goddamn
pop.
paladins.
Because it's just like a pop, and all of a sudden I'm behind him, and I want to attack him twice with my halberd.
Okay, go for it. That's fucking awkward. Completely forgot that the fucking Paladins of Vengeance could do that.
Oof. Nice roll.
I
Could
say.
probably hit.
Yeah, they're hits.
Okay, let me just roll damage. That's an 8. The other roll is... Oh, it's 10. So
You
the
remember
other
you have
one's a
advantage.
17.
You can reroll those, eh? Because you have advantage. Because he's blind.
Sure, why not? See if I crit.
Maybe you get crits. Who knows?
I didn't get
Oh,
crits.
Okay.
So that's a
get-
17 and a 8 plus 7, which is something.
15.
Fuck me. Okay, so that's like 30
and
points
then,
of damage. 32 points of damage.
Can I use
Yes?
my bonus action and fucking just hit him with the...
Wasn't Misty
point.
your bonus action?
Ah, yes, you're right. Good, good.
Sorry.
I think that you keeping me honest.
Okay, so 32 points of damage to this boy with your halberd, hey?
Yes.
That is enough to actually pretty much cut him to pieces. And you guys actually see the halberd explode from the front of the mage's chest, and while he's getting lifted up on the halberd's blade, pop, disappears again, just like he did the previous time when he got hit by the magic missiles. But he's looking very, 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 very dead. And all the zombies collapse. Like the strings have just been cut.
Woohoo! Go Cole.
Wow, I was going to do that. I was even gonna say nothing personal, kid.
Okay, anything else, you gentlemen?
So all
would
the
like to
zombies
do?
have collapsed, yeah?
I'm
They've
gonna,
all collapsed.
Good, I'm gonna
yes.
cast Animate Dead at 4th level.
As you walk over to cast Animate Dead, the mage pops
Oh,
into
for
existence
Christ's
behind
sake.
you all. And he's actually dribbling quite a lot of blood from
Doesn't
various
that
holes.
technically induce my thing?
He appears, he doesn't move into it.
Yeah.
That would have been
fine
great if he
distinction.
just pops back. Haha, you fell into my ruse, stab!
Would be pretty great. As all the zombies, all the corpses on the ground, start withering as if rapidly aging, shriveling up and mummifying. And you hear him cough. And you see him look at you, and he speaks a single word.
Wait, who's he looking at?
And Hans, you're familiar with words, because you've heard of words
I
of
am
power.
a pretty good word, man.
Words that can kill, words that can stun. And he simply says, "Serve."
Oh no.
And from the corpses of the zombies, you see wavering, flickering forms of darkness and shadow rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Explode.
As you guys see the spectral horde of shadowy figures, incorporeal, undead, just peer above the corpses of zombies that you so neatly dispatched. That brings us around to Nox's turn. Nox, the zombies are all on the ground, and there are some very bad-looking things floating. What are you doing?
Wait, did he just cast a spell in melee?
No.
Okay, fine.
He spoke a single word of power.
Ah, sure. Of course. There's a
Totally not magic.
Difference.
Different.
I'm gonna shoot the isolated mage with 2 Elder Blasts.
Sure. Go for it.
Feeling a little exposed out here.
You're complaining about the party got to attack with these guys.
Is he still blind?
He gets to make
yeah.
Constitution saves at the beginning of every turn of
Let's
his.
see. Let's see if he's.
But it
still
hasn't
blind.
been his
I'm
turn
gonna put
yet.
this down. He's on count.
It hasn't been. No, it has. No, it hasn't been his turn
He's
yet.
still blind.
No, it has been his. No, he's still blind. Yes, you're 100% correct. Yes, he's still blind. So yes, you get advantage on your attacks.
Okay.
So it's roll your first attack with advantage, and then roll your second attack with advantage. Oof.
So close.
Oof, I say.
Yeah, that was close. 16 for the first one.
That's a hit. Second one for me.
Nice.
Crit.
Nice. All right, and roll damage for me, please. Just give me the total when you're done.
Not very good. 15.
15 in total for both attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, that is enough to shatter the form of the mage, and you see him coalesce into a dirty-looking smoke that hurriedly rushes away from you towards the interior of the
He's
mansion,
still blind.
leaving you with... He's still
Does
blind.
he hit some walls?
And does that trigger an opportunity attack by Cole?
I mean, Cole can certainly try, but I mean, it's incorporeal mist.
Do you have a
so-
magic weapon?
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to attack the darkness. I won't stop
Attack
you.
the darkness.
Fuck it, why? Why not? So he's still blind.
I mean, he's missed, so you can't see anyway, so... That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a 14 plus whatever. Okay.
Yeah, it does no damage.
Oh.
Like I
He's
said,
missed.
missed. It's missed. He has
Oh,
no
I
vital
know.
organs.
Boy.
Are these incorporeal zombies still there?
They're
Yeah,
not
they-
zombies, but
they-
yes, they're definitely there. Those of you who wish to may
shit.
certainly make a religion check for me
Okay,
to
cool. I
Can-
will be
determine
doing that.
what
Can I
they
use
are.
my Arcana check based on my necromantic knowledges?
Yes, you may indeed, since they are undead.
23.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
shadows.
there's the shadows!
You know, they're immune to many things, and they drain the strength
If you...
from
Hey,
people
Cole!
with a touch, and if they die, they become more of them.
Do I know how to defeat them?
You know they're vulnerable to sunlight and radiant damage, holy damage.
You're
holy
cold,
energies.
they're very bad, don't let them touch you, blind them with sunlight!
Okay.
Cole's like, well, great advice. Okay, that
Use
is-
your holy rod!
Nox, anything else you would like to do now that you've used your action for your Eldritch Blast? Move on to Lilodrin. Nox, good? Nox?
Oh, it's my turn.
That was your turn, you fired. I'm asking if there's anything else you'd like to do.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Lilodrin, your turn. What would you like to do? Bunch of shadowy, incorporeal, floaty ghost faggots hanging out there. What would you like to do?
Well, I have no idea if this is going to work, but let's try it anyway. I'm going to fire another shot from my pepper box, center of the group, aiming at the
I
ground.
duck.
Try and figure another explosion.
Hans is like, ah! Ducks aside.
Hans does a sweep
Alright.
flip out of the way.
Make a D20 attack roll for me, D20, and then just roll your fire damage for me once we're done. It's the ground, it's not that hard, unless you roll the 1. Or jammed.
So not the normal damage, just fire damage.
Just the fire if you're going to be firing at the ground, Joe. Because the actual shell, the actual bullet's not, hitting anything.
3.
3 points
DC 12.
damage.
Reflex
You
save.
see it hits him, and it's almost like the fire gets eaten by the shadow.
Okay,
Seems less
so-
effective than it would normally be.
Fire does not work.
I mean, it seemed to singe them a little bit, but it was very much less effective than you would normally expect it.
I thinking it might be a good idea for us to get out of here.
Okay. Anything else
That's
that you're
me.
doing? That you.
Welcome
committee.
Let me just have a look here. For me, yeah, everything else is gonna take a full action, so that's cool.
Bardic Inspiration's a bonus action. If you go to actions, you can click on filters, bonus action, and you have Bardic Inspiration is your only bonus action at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. The Welcoming Committee's turn. They're all going to use their bonus actions to attempt to hide in plain sight with their Shadow Stealth ability. So they're going to roll some stealth. Wait, I can just use the dice I took out earlier. Oops. Everybody dies, that would be awkward. Oof, I say. These are like the least stealthy fucking shadows in the history of forever. Pretty much just like one good roll bunks a lot. Okay, so they don't become very stealthy at all. And with that, they're gonna start drifting closer to start doing some damage, Hans. And these guys are gonna go for Cole.
Enter my reach.
You can definitely enter them with your sword as much as they're going to be entering you momentarily.
Yes, I would like to know if I can take an opportunity attack when the first one goes in my reach.
Sure, certainly.
That is going to be some bullshit I'm going to be trying, but
Sounds good.
that's a horrible roll, and I'm assuming that's not going to hit, because that's like...
What's the AC? What's your attack roll total?
It's 4 plus 7, so it's...
11. No, what am I saying? No, it is 11. What am I saying?
Yes, it's 11.
Retarded. Yes, you miss, unfortunately. Alright.
That would have literally saved my bacon, but it was not to be.
Is it not for every single one, or is it only for the first one?
Well, for all of them, yes. Actually, yeah, that's when the second one enters my reach.
Let's just say, for argument's example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 6 attack rolls for me.
Okay.
Don't forget your bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, I still have inspiration.
If
That's,
you roll a 5 or
18.
higher, you hit.
Okay, if I roll a 5 or higher? Okay.
Yes, because you have +7. Like pretty low
well,
AC.
I'm rolling only 1 for now, because I have a distinct reason
I
to
know.
do this.
You want to stop them in their tracks, right?
No, I don't have that ability yet. What I'm
Oh.
going to be using is a Oath of Vengeance thing, and you have to tell me if this is complete bullshit and you won't let me do this, since this is why I'm going to use Relentless Avenger. Your supernatural focus helps you close off foes' retreats. When you hit a creature without opportunity attack, you can move up to half of your speed immediately after the attack, and as part of the same reaction. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attack. Can I now move up to half my speed?
Yeah, so where do you want to go? Like
I want to
your
follow
way?
that asshole, and basically just every single
Step
time
away.
a new shadow enters my range, I want to blap it again and move
Fuck you,
closer
whoosh!
to the
Fuck you,
asshole.
whoosh!
Okay, well, unfortunately, you're only going to be able to do that twice, because the rest of them aren't going to have enough movement allowance to actually
that's
get to
fine.
you.
Alright,
And
that's
so
fine.
they're floating after you in a threatening manner.
Yeah, I'm basically just like,
I need you to roll 2 damage dice for me against these 2 guys over here. To see how
Okay.
much damage you do to them.
I do...
Fuck you, swoosh!
13 points of damage.
Alright, and that gets halved. No, wait, does it get halved?
Magic weapon.
Splitting in from non-magical. Okay, yes, it doesn't get halved. Okay, yes. 30 points of damage to the first one, and how much to the second one?
Okay, second one is... that's an 8 plus 3.
It's
11.
11 points of damage.
Oh, sorry,
Alright.
12. Because it's a plus 4.
Okay. So, 100%. Alrighty, so you're basically like, fuck you! And you make it like almost to the door by
Yeah.
virtue of poking and running like a bitch with your halberd using its reach and your long arms to your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good idea, pretty good use of your character abilities. Right. Who are we on next? Oh, that was all their fucking turn. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, your character's really gonna fuck with my brain, you know that. Because of all
I'm
this
sorry.
things you can do in other people's turns. Okay, no, it's actually really cool. Makes combat different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, those 5 shadows are all going to make an attack roll against you, Hans.
Oh no.
Hans, what is your AC?
14.
Hans, they have an attack roll of +4. So, let's grab these shadow boys. There's 5 of them, eh? Whoops. Just put this over here. 3,
Sorry about that.
4, 5. It's all good. And... Hiya! Right, Hans, you're a very lucky boy. You're a very lucky boy. Holy balls. So that's a 2 plus 4 is a 6. Miss. 5 plus 4 is 9. Is a miss. 3 plus 3 is 3 plus 4 is 7. Is a miss. 8 is a miss. Only a single one manages to hit you with a 20.
That's not good.
Well, it's only one that managed to hit you. You should be happy about that. Hans, I need you to take some necrotic damage for me, please. He does 2d6 plus 2, so let's just roll those dices. So it's 11 points of necrotic damage. And
My
then...
temporary HP.
My temporary HPs! I also reduce your strength score by d4. Oh, and I reduce your strength score by 4.
Oh, I collapse in a heap then.
You collapse
You
in
can't
the heap
function
then.
with one strength, can you?
Well, you're basically
That's awesome.
you're basically weighted to the ground by like all your equipment and your robe, and you're like weaker than a newborn baby at this point. You guys just see Hans collapse to the ground like.
Last time this happened, I derailed the campaign.
Not again. Okay.
My turn.
Wow, you're so lucky only one of those 5 attacks hit, or else you would be so fucking badly in a bad time. Just for your own reference, the effect lasts until a long or a short rest.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I am Hans the Pillow Man.
Aye. Okay, so now that that's happened, welcoming committee has had their turn.
Yo,
Hans, it's your turn.
ghosty boys, bye bye. I cast Misty Step.
Actually, I actually have the perfect music for that
Hit
exact
me.
thing, Hippo.
Oh god.
There you go.
That's incredibly loud.
Supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So,
Hans is just gonna-
you bust of
Hans
goo.
is just peacing out and teleporting 30 feet away.
He's still horizontal
Yeah.
while teleporting. Okay, so Hans
I
is
come to
basically
rest
like,
under this tree. just
you
let me
prop yourself
rest.
up against it.
Just let me rest for a minute, my friends. Oh, by the way, fuck you! I fire a fireball at these fuckers. A fireball, even.
A fireball.
Yeah.
Oof, I say. That's pretty good.
Oh.
Okay, what's the DC on that
14.
fireball? Oh wait, all these boys need to make one, so I might as well just... Ah, actually it rolled 1 too few attacks against you, mind you. You're lucky
Too
the
late
DM is
now.
dumb. Lucky the DM is not a smart man. What is it? Dexterity, hey? So that one passes, that one passes, that one passes, and these 2 fail. And what's the damage on that bad
37.
boy? Oof, I fucking
Half
say.
damage for those passies.
What are they like ninja zombies, or have they like got
They're
monkeys?
shadows.
or something?
And unfortunately, shadows are also resistant to fire.
Pieces
Um,
of shit.
So, 37 points divided by 2. And then the other 2 are going to successfully pass their save, so it's going to be halved again after the save. So unfortunately, it's not going to be as monumentally destructive as it could have been. However, those 3 with the failed saves still die, because that's more than their HP, even with the halving of the damage. So that makes me a sad panda. So these 3 are just fucking dead. And these 2 are not really worried at all. They're fine. Like, hardly did anything to them. They're not
well,
worried, comrade.
I'll just lay down here for a minute to finish the fight.
Okay, so Hans is laying down. He's a very tired boy.
I can't even
Next
lift my
up.
head up, it's just stuck to the floor.
Terrence is still in at this point, so might as well put him over there. Cole,
Yes. Hello.
that fucker is running into the house. What are you doing?
Fucking chase after him, and how far away from me is he?
Well, first thing, he's just missed. Second thing is, I need you to make a dexterity check, acrobatics check, specifically.
Okay.
See if you manage to keep your balance while running on the fucking ice path into the house.
Is that just a dexterity check or save?
Acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. I'm not sure how good of an acrobatic I am. That's a +2. So
That's
total
11.
11, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking... Like, bugbears aren't meant to corner, unfortunately, and your feet go out from under you, and you just fucking faceplant into the grass next to the side of the
Son of
path,
a bitch.
trying to dig after him. As he, woo, I am spooky mist, goes inside the house. Okay. That's you, Cole. Anything else you'd like to do? You can use half your movement to get up.
I will. How much movement do I still have?
That's pretty much it.
God damn it.
That's You've hardly managed to make much in the way of inroads to get there. But hey, you're at the step now, and you can reach inside if you... Next.
But he's like just fucked off inside, and I can't see him no more.
Nope, you don't know where he's mistied into the house.
Do you want to know what my with 1 strength how high I can jump?
How high can you jump?
-1 foot.
Exactly. Excellent. You are
Do you want to know how
knowledgeable,
high I can jump
Jubaro.
if I have a run up? -2 foot.
Glorious.
So you
Okay.
you what? You,
I sink.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yep.
sink.
Become the ground.
Strange.
Cole, that son of a bitch mage. It's almost like they prepared this area with magic ahead of time. That son of a bitch.
I'm just trying to decide what.
It's like they were expecting trouble.
It's
Right,
almost
well-
as if.
While Cole's doing that, Nox, what are you doing?
If only we had a
19.
back.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
really have
move
anything.
as left as I can, as far left.
Okay, so you run to about here, yes?
And then I'm
and
gonna
then-
shoot one beam at each of these two shadows, pushing them back 10 feet. If
Okay.
not pulling them out right.
Drive for it. Actually, do they have forces? No, they don't actually have. That's why Eldritch Blast is so fucking good.
13 and 10.
That's a hit and a miss.
Okay.
Alright. One of them gets hit by your blast of Eldritch energy from your outstretched fucking hand.
14.
14 points of damage. Yeah, the poor shadow's just like, huh? And just get fucking poofed by the blast as it hits him. Like, just shatters him, and he's constituting shadow form and is gone. He's no longer in the land of the undead. Anything else you'd like to
Nope, that's it.
do? Okay. Next up, who have we got after Nox? We got Lauren. Lauren, what are we doing?
I'm going to move off the path and onto the grass as well.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to take a shot at that last shadow.
Alright, so you're just gonna pull the gun out and, like, straight up
Yeah, I've still got that.
cap a
I'm
bitch.
going to put a cap in its ass.
Alrighty, roll your ranged attack roll. That's a hit. Did you not have high armor class? Okay, roll your piercing damage, and then what's the DC on the saves? 12, eh, for the fire damage.
Yeah, it's a D10, so that's 10 points of damage.
Nice. And it takes successful saves against the fire damage.
That's 6
So
points of.
Okay, so does it take half damage if it succeeds on the blast? Let me have a look quickly. Pepper books.
It just says
supposed
here,
to-
upon a hit, everything must make a dex save or
Okay, so
or
it's yeah,
suffer
basically
1d8
extra.
fire damage.
Okay, so it just takes a
Yeah.
straight 10 damage from the weapon. Unfortunately, it's non-magical. So you see
Yeah,
the
but
shot slam into it and actually pass straight through it. And it reforms, looking a little bit more tattered than it did a moment ago, but still good.
Well, shit.
Okay, anything else you'd like to do with your bonus
Yes, I'm going to use as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bardically inspire Hans.
Hans,
What?
how are you inspiring
I
Second.
him?
can't lift my head. Who's that?
This is not at all how I expected this fight to go. I'm listening.
Hans, walk it off, you pussy.
What?
with those words, you-
like that.
You feel yourself infused with magical energy, Hans. As these inspiring words grab a hold of your elvish heart, just tugging at the heartstrings in the right fashion. Okay. Next up, we've got Welcoming Committee. These spoopy ghosts are gonna float over to you, lady. Only one of them is gonna make it in range to actually take a nibble on you.
Land him
Two
first.
two of them are going to peel off to go after Hans, who's floating there so lovely. These little boys over here are going to start floating up against the spear at the bottom. This little boy is going to float up and take a swing at Lauren. Okay, Harry, make your attack against the shadow.
Alright.
With your goddamn fucking Kenyan abilities.
That is an amount. 9? Oh wait, this isn't. It's more than 9.
You said it's plus 8, didn't you? Plus
No,
7.
it's plus 7.
So it's 11.
I cannot do math, man. Yeah, it's 11.
It's all good. Okay, unfortunately you swish, swish, and he just swishes past your blade and you do not hit him.
Alright.
He reaches up to you and gently tries to caress you with his outstretched hand. Oh my god, that's a good roll. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. See, it's
That
18.
hits. Okay, you take a mighty... see how much is necrotic damage. You take a mighty 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Oof, I say. And you have your strength reduced
Where's my HP?
by 1. Fucking hell, look at how this dice like. Okay, so you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and strength is down by 1, comrade.
Strength is down to 1. Where could I modify that?
You just click on the strength score itself. And then you say override modifier.
Oh, over there. Overrides? So I just...
Yeah, just reduce it by 1. Or just remember that your attack rolls are now 1 less, and you 1 less. Whichever is easiest to you. Okay.
I don't know how the override works. Nothing does anything.
Oh,
Oh, it's just the slowest thing in existence. Okay, that's fine.
Complain. Shadow Man's going to slap little Lauren. Yeah! He's going to gently reach out with a natural fucking 20.
Oh no!
Holy shit. I wonder, does the drain... Oh yeah, it's just double the dice, I guess, so... Okay, so, he's going to drain you for... Just grab my 6s here for necrotic damage. Hoo-yah! So, he rolls 4 plus 8, so it's 12 points of... No, 14 points of necrotic damage, because 2. So you take 14 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 3 to 5. Your strength score is reduced by 5.
Balls.
So that'll drop you down to about 8. No, less.
6.
That'll drop you down to about 6. Okay.
6.
Right, these 2 boys are too far away, these 2 boys are too far away, and that is the welcoming committee done on their turn. Hans, it's your turn. You can see there are some friends coming towards you.
Hans is going to make himself invisible.
Okay.
And then roll 30 feet away.
No. Hans is going to roll 15 feet away. Okay. So Hans, you make yourself invisible and roll like a tumbleweed away from the tree.
This is my action.
Only the most dignified response from our resident wizard. Cole, your turn. There's a shadow trying to touch you inappropriately with its spooky finger. What would you like to do?
I'll just smack it.
Okay, you just like slap it twice, like slap the tits off of it.
Yeah, because if I try and get away from it, it'll just do its... it'll do an opportunity attack on me. It's a 1,
Damn
so that's
spooky ghosts.
And it's a 12 plus 7, so a lot.
Okay, so that's a hit. Roll your damages for me, please. Come, spooky paladin.
That is a 13.
13. You easily poke the shadow full of more holes with your magical weapon, and anything else you would like to do?
I do have a bonus action, but do I want to use anything for that? Nah, I'm not gonna use bonus action on anything.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna. Oh, did that one die already?
The one you hit died, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Shadows don't have much HP, man. They rely on being incredibly resistant to damage and draining strength to stay
I'm just
alive.
gonna move into range of that, 15 feet away, and just lap it with the end of my stick.
Okay, you make your bonus attack with the hilt of the weapon.
It's over 5.
That's a hit. And to roll your damages, it's a d4, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's no problems.
It is a
Max
4
damage.
plus 4 and 8.
8 points damage. The shadow already being a little bit fucked up also gets killed. Right. That leaves us with only a couple of shadow boys left for the welcoming committee, bringing us back to Nox. Your turn. What would you like to do, Nox? I haven't actually seen you use a single spell tonight.
Not yet, no. I was gonna use a fireball, but then Hans did it, and I'm like, oh, he stole what I was gonna do.
You know you can never have too many fireballs.
Yeah,
the
but
one wouldn't hurt.
They came back up, so I was like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't work so well. But I'm gonna move as far left as I can again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What you gonna do?
And then I'm gonna shoot this shadow with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you're gonna try and peel him off of your comrade.
And push him back 10 spaces so he won't.
Well, if you hit him twice, it's 20 foot, so...
Yeah.
Okay, make your 2 attack rolls, Mr. Cantrip. That's a hit and a hit. Roll your 2 damage dice. Get these boys down.
20.
20 points of damage, yeah. Unfortunately, shadows are not known for their resistances to pure force. And once more, you just kind of fucking blast the thing into chunks of shadow fell, and it dissipates. Right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
That you. Right. That puts us down to Lorerin. What do you like to do?
Okay. Yeah. I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the condition if I had to just like very quickly look at these guys, these 5 shadows that are remaining? Which of the 5 are the worst looking of the lot?
The cluster heading towards Hans look slightly more tattered than the others.
Okay.
Although shadows is always hard to tell because shadow.
No, okay, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to on the grass. Do I have full movement, or is that also half movement?
No, you'll
like
have
on the
you'll have
path?
full movement on the grass.
Okay, how far away am I from these? Actually, it doesn't matter.
What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to move 30 feet this way.
Okay, clustering up
Okay.
with your buddy there.
Well, just to get close. Then I'm going to cast Magic Missile, but I'm going to cast it as 4th level, so it's 6 darts.
Goddamn.
2 at the shadow, 2 at the shadow, and then 1, 1. Okay?
Okay, works for me. You want more d4s? Let's just split them up to wherever you're hitting and just roll them all together in groups. Okay, so how are we splitting them, you said? It's 3? Sorry, I can't hear anything. What were you saying?
Each of the magic missiles heading to Hans is going to get 2 magic missiles, and then this cluster of 3 is each going to get 1.
Okay, so 1 there,
Like
1
that.
there, and 1 there. Okay, roll the 2 against the first one. Oh, magic missile. Use a full spell.
That's 5 plus
7.
1 each. That's 7.
All right, this little guy over here.
That's 6.
Okay.
4. 3. 2.
Okay, so these 2 guys get popped by the darts, just slammed out of existence by more force magic. Bard and the Warlock proving to be quite
Okay.
effective with their damage is there, and then these little guys are slightly more tattered, but still going strong
Okay, cool.
on their end.
Right,
All right.
and just as my bonus action as well, I turn to Nox and I tell him, "Dude, you can do this," and I bardically inspire him too.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Tommy.
So that's 1 use left for the evening.
Go on,
now,
my
right?
son. 1 use left before I need to take a short rest.
Okay, sounds good to me. Right, so that is Lodoran and Welcoming Committee. It's hopefully going to do some damage. They're just gonna woo, spooky float. Woo. And that's pretty much their movement because they have no ranged attacks. Okay,
Okay, cool.
then Han, what would you like to do?
Roll another 15 feet.
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Then we come to Cole. Cole, quite far away from your companions.
Yes.
Hard to see in the mist. What would
I
you?
would-
What do
I
you?
would you like to tiptoe inside and try and find this derm merge.
Okay, I'm going to do you separately in a moment because I have an actual template for the interior, like a proper map,
Okay.
and it's gonna be hard to do 2 boards at
Quick,
once.
we reached the checkpoint. The enemies
Um,
outside should disappear.
Everyone teleports.
Okay, So-
F5, F5, quick save. God damn it.
Nox, your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot 1 beam at this guy and 1 beam at this guy.
Okay, make your attack rolls for me. Damn warlocks and their excellent cantrips. That's both hits. Roll them damages for me. Oof.
12 and 9.
12 and 9. Okay, so these front 2 guys just get boop, boop, like blasted out of existence by 2 more rays. And by this point, with all the bloody Eldritch blasts that have been thrown around, the mist is starting to smell distinctly brimstony. Okay,
Hmm.
so, Leroran, your turn.
Okay, magic missile at the last wraith.
Okay. Even if you roll minimum with your darts, they're gonna kill it, so I'm just going to say that you blast it out of existence.
Okay.
leaving you guys standing in the very misty, overcast, somewhat gloomy exterior of this mansion.
I sort of very, very shakily and wearily. Hans,
Hans, honey, where
Buddy.
are you?
I'm over here.
where is here?
I don't know.
Can you crawl towards us?
My face is in the ground. Hans struggles to his feet.
Hans starts crawling over to you guys.
Hans is invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't preclude him from crawling though.
No,
yeah,
but,
I'm next to you. I'll stay invisible for now, though. I'm good.
I sort of look at Nox and is like, we need to get Cole, and we got our asses kicked here. I don't know. Do we go ahead and push in, or I think we
Apart
need
from
to, but
my
like-
feebleness, I'm good to go.
Did we see Cole go in the building?
Cole's at the door, on the step, ready to head inside. You guys can just vaguely see him.
Hans begins forcing his way over there.
Okay, Hans.
We're going in.
Not that anyone can see me.
Okay. So, do you guys want to take a short rest before you push inside?
That
Short
would
rest is
be
15
nice.
minutes to gather your
Yes.
wits, plan, strategize.
And you said that this strength damage could be healed after a short rest or a long rest. Haha.
It goes away after a short or long rest. Yes.
Yeah. So
You don't need to expend any spell slots or anything. It just
okay, cool.
naturally dissipates.
A short rest.
Okay.
I'll just, while they're short resting, I'll keep an eye on everything.
Hans uses a hit dice.
Spend anything?
Okay. Those of you who wish may now spend some hit
Fuck,
dice.
it's a warlock hit
to regain
dice.
hit
It's
points.
like D6, isn't it?
D8s. Wizards D6. Warlocks are D.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Wizard.
Mhm.
D6. Yeah.
So if anybody took damage, you can now spend. So Eric, you will see your character's level 7 and uses a
Yeah.
bard. So you've got a pool of hit dice that you can use to recover some hit points on a short rest during the adventuring day. So
I
yours,
will recover
so
it.
you can roll them. You can roll them one at a time. To
Okay.
get some
Ooh,
boosters
back to full health.
Okay,
And I'm still invisible.
you're still invisible. You guys just see at Hans. Ooh, I'm full health.
Oh, that
I'm just spinning
feels much better.
one dice. And yeah, got 46 hits. So I'm cool.
You're good to go.
I'm
Cole.
good to go, and I have
I'm
all
going
my.
to-
I can bardically inspire you guys again. Up
Good
the wazoo.
Up the wazoo. Just get rid of the lines on the table quickly. Drop in the interior that you guys can see through the open door.
How does arcane recovery work?
You just use it when you're doing a short rest, and then you get some spell slots back.
Oh, okay,
And
sorry.
your
Yeah, I
spell
read it wrong.
slots-
Yeah, I choose expended spells. I thought I had to expend spells to gain spells.
No.
You're
You're not a sorcerer.
Equal to or less than half my wizard level rounded up. So I get 4.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
So you get level 4.
Oh, I get 4 spell levels.
You basically
worth of stuff, yeah.
you get 4 levels
Yeah.
of spells. So it could be 4 level 1s, or 1 level 4, or 3 and a 1, or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to put this over here, so you guys can't see what's going on in there. And here is your tokens. This one inside. Okay. So,
Spells.
spells. You boys are
Mhm.
coming in from over here.
Just from this point on, I've got my pepper box out, and I am ready for combat.
Okay. Cole, what you see is a short entryway, about a little bit more than 10 feet wide and long. In the corner ahead of you stands a small table with what seems to be a round holder for either umbrellas or working sticks or that kind of thing that's currently empty. And at the far end of it, a door leading deeper into the interior of this house. However, on the floor in front of you, is a young woman, hair matted with blood to the floor in front of you, arm outstretched as if reaching towards the door where you guys are standing. And her form appears broken. She's taken some great blow. And you can see that the stone, the interior, and the walls are all slick with what appears to be a thin, frozen layer of ice, making the footing treacherous, giving the house a somewhat ethereal, usual look. Everything inside here...
Say that again, it's a thin layer of ice.
Yep. Everything's covered in a thin layer of ice. The furniture, the walls, the floor, the ceiling. And, yeah.
So you would
very
so it
difficult
would
to
be
move
fair
around.
So it would be fair to say that it's cold.
It's very cold.
Okay, cool.
None of you really stepped inside it, but you guys can see Cole standing on the entranceway. His breath actually mists in front of him.
Gentlemen, shall we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to end here for the evening.
Alright.
Okay.
If you gentlemen want to plan anything, we'll take up the second part next week. Where you guys actually get deeper into the manor proper, so we could just save the table as is and then go on next week. So, do you guys want to plan anything specific for next week?
Nope.
I'm gonna
So,
take a vial of that
planning.
girl's blood.
We're gonna shank a bitch.
Shankovich. Works for me.
I think that is pretty much the appropriate course of action for that wizard. All in favor?
Alrighty.
I like the fact you made everything ice just so I can spider bullshit.
I actually didn't even think of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because
This-
I can't
Look
walk
at the
on
name-
any
look-
walls.
Look at the name of the mansion, lady. I legitimately didn't. Oh. No, it's at the bottom here, next to your name.
A frozen mansion.
Yeah, I didn't actually do it on purpose.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
happens to be
Unlikely
the
story.
likely story. But yeah, no, it just
I
happened
suppose
to be
it's-
a.
I suppose it's too late now to mention that we quietly sent a missive off to our boss to ask about this place in advance.
No, because I was like, hey, do you guys want to do anything? No, we're just going to go there right away. Okay, do you want to plan? No, we're just going to go there right away. Well, okay.
We did a little bit of planning. Lady got a +1 weapon.
Yeah, it's all good.
We killed a guy.
It's all good. Kill the kid. Okay, so other than that, is there anything you guys want to prep for next week that you guys want to make note of now? in
I'm
regards to
casting
the
mage armor on myself.
Okay, that goes without saying. So you and the wizard will have your mage armors up. Anything else
Yeah.
that you guys want to just write on the board or make sure now so that we don't forget until then?
Cole
you
wanna
approach the
made
situation.
and got away.
Cole
I'm
is
gonna
angry.
collect a
He
vial
does
of
not
that
like
girl's
targets
blood.
running away.
Okay, just make a note that you have your 2 vials of blood
Okay.
that are good for the next 23 hours. Well, the one's good for 23 hours. You have no idea whether this lady's is good or not.
Mhm.
You don't know when she died.
Can I do some kind of like check? for that, or-
Also, I'm reloading my pepper box, so I've got a full 6-shot magazine.
I just assume, yeah, if it's you guys short rest, you reload any ammunition, all that kind of stuff. Make a medicine check. Let's see if you can autopsy a frozen bitch inside a magic mansion.
18.
Not quite enough. I mean, anywhere between the last day or two. It's hard with the cold, magic, teleportation
Keep it
fuckery.
preserved.
Yeah, I mean, it might have kept it preserved, so it's older than you think, or it might be fresher than you. It's hard to tell.
I was also looking at myself, and I realized that I'm also like really fucking good at single target. Combination
paladin.
Hunter's Mark and my Channel Divinity.
Yeah, like if you crit and you then choose to smite, the smite dice also get double.
Oh yeah, I know about that. But did you know that if I use the I'm going to scroll down here. If I
Just
use
bear in mind, you got
my-
Hunter's Mark and Armor of Faith at the same time because
Yeah, I know. The shield has to drop. But
Mm-hmm.
I can do Channel Divinity and Vow of Enmity And as a bonus action, you can utter a wild immunity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you, using your channel divinity. You gain advantage on all attack rolls against that creature. And then I Hunter's Mark, which adds base damage, 1d6 extra damage.
You're a paladin. That's kind of your thing. They're really good at burst damage. Like, they can drop big targets like demons and ogres and giants and things relatively easily. They're pretty good at it.
One thing I'm not sure about is, do I only have one channel divinity, or does it
Correct,
ever
no.
increase? It never
I don't know if
increases,
I don't know if it ever increases, but at your current level, you only have one.
Yes, I know.
I think it goes up to like 2 or something eventually.
I think that's clerics. I get that because it never says here. Does it go up?
I'm not sure. I'll have to
It
check in
never
the book for you.
says that it goes. Well, I'm looking at the book, and it never says that it actually goes up.
Tell you what, let me have a look quickly. We can know for sure. Anybody else with any questions? While we're busy doing this stuff for next week, getting ready. This is just like a quick 10-minute thing, so next week we can just get into it and get
just
rolling.
quickly, I want to do an investigation check, just sort of surrounding area.
All right.
What can I discern, or would that be investigation or perception?
Let's do investigation. Why not? You're making a close investigation.
That's 18.
18. I mean, it's a mansion covered in a thick layer of dust and ice. Looks like it used to be pretty well kept, but it's gone into repair. Like, the current owners haven't been really looking much at it. Other than that, I mean, it's an entryway. It's not a hell of a lot of information to be gleaned from a.
Specifically, I just want to check there is like, can we see? What I'm looking for is any trace of that spellcaster that came in here. Did he? Can I see if there's any kind of evidence that he has coalesced back into some kind of solid form?
Doesn't look like it, no. Don't see any tracks or disturbed dust or anything.
But is there any evidence of people having come in here?
You see some scuff marks here and there of the passing of footsteps from like the nobles heading in and out, and the very dead form of the woman on the ground. But
what does it look? What does it look like was done to her? Bludgeoning weapon, falling, crushing, big hand. What?
It looks like she got hit by something, like by a colossal punch. Like something that literally broke bone, hemorrhaged internal organs.
Yeah, I relay that through to everybody.
So no like overt cuts or contusions really. Just like she got, something hit her really hard.
And I'll do the detect magic while we're at it.
I mean, it's abjuration. At this point, it's abjuration magic up to your fucking eyeballs.
Okay.
Like, you're so steeped in magic at this point that casting detect magic is pretty much pointless. You're trying to determine whether or not you're wet while you're standing up to your fucking eyeballs in the ocean. Yes, you're very wet, It's like, that's pretty much all you can really get from this.
Is magic, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's definitely... as your companion mentioned to you, the whole area is veiled in that Garrison ward spell. So you guys are going to have a fabulous time pushing it. Anything else?
Now that we're here by the entrance to the mansion, is this mist still right up to the entrance, or?
It's right up inside as well. It swirls around your ankles amongst the furniture. Definitely not natural.
Well,
anything else? Oh, Liddy, sorry, let me check your thing. You wanted to know? You wanted to know channel divinity, hey?
Yeah, it's never increased because it's never specified.
Channel divinity allows you blah blah blah. When you channel divinity, blah blah blah. When you blah blah. Channel divinity. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it says that, so I assume it doesn't increase. This is fine. I mean, it's a short rest thing, anyways.
Oh yeah, just double checking just to make sure that I'm not being dumb.
So I know clerics do, but then again, clerics are more of a caster.
Yeah, more of a caster class. Yeah, it looks like it's just once.
I mean, that's fine. I was just wondering.
That's fine.
Because
Yeah, no, I just
it's
double
like,
check.
oh, it's only once. Because I know, yeah.
It's basically it's an encounter ability.
Yeah.
It's on rest. Okay. Anything else for you guys?
Well, I'm good.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Again,
no.
they went a little bit longer than
good.
I anticipated. I didn't
That was awesome.
quite know how a horde encounter would work, because I've never used this particular type of enemy before. He's kind of weird and has cool and interesting abilities.
Could have done
Um,
without the shadows.
You guys are lucky. The shadows didn't get too much because took them apart with the double fireball ranged fire, pretty much. And now, on the other hand, if they'd been all in melee with you, that would have been fun. That would have been.
Fun for who?
I mean, for the shadows. Hey man, the bad guys want to win. Okay. So, Delan, why didn't you use any magic, man?
The house. always.
Because of all my magic is like charms and fears, and I didn't assume that they would be able to. I assumed that they were immune to that shit.
I
pretty much.
mean, do you not have any direct damage spells?
But just fireball, pretty much, and then I have armor of Agathis.
Agathis.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
But
fireball,
that's not
man,
really-
and your fireball is even a higher level than Hippos. That shit's effective, man.
Yeah,
Right.
but like, well, I was gonna use it in the beginning, but then Hippo used it, and then they all came back up right after, and I'm like, oh, maybe not, until the mage is dead. But then the mage
Man.
died, and they all went down, and then et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, but they
Mm.
came back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's got some really interesting... High-level necromancers are fun, that's all I'm gonna say. They're fun times. Got some good stuff. Okay, so next week, we're not gonna have nearly as long of an encounter, because you guys would have cleared out most of the basic stuff. It's pretty much going to be, if you guys want to explore the mansion, it's going to be a mix of exploration, some combat, and some social stuff. Depending on what you guys do, leaning more in the whichever direction you guys go.
Hans is, I
Otherwise-
think, looking for a replacement for Terrence.
And yeah, Hans is going to be able to... Hans, do you want to animate the dead girl?
Oh yeah, the dick.
No, I need to do it when there are multiple bodies around.
Okay. No
'Cause
problems.
Being a necromancer lets me just do one extra zombie or one extra corpse. And if I also upcast it,
sense.
it's another extra corpse for each spell level.
Nice. So it's like, for 24 hours you have like a posse.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then they break through and murder everything if you don't control
Well,
them.
no, then I just recast the spell again and it keeps them.
But Hans, what if you don't get to recast it in 24 hours?
Then something terrible has happened.
Then there is
Eh.
a problem.
Other than that, ideas and feedback? Liddy? Anything from your end?
No, I'm fine.
I know horde encounters can bog down a little bit. I was trying to see if I could streamline it a bit more, but it still turned out to be a bitch of a fight.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to take on, to actually have, like, get that feeling of, Leonidas and the 300 kind of thing, fighting overwhelming.
I'm not gonna lie, Liddy's polearm shenanigans are interesting. Because it completely
And-
throws a wrench in encounter design, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, hey, it's my turn. No, wait, that wasn't my turn, that was Liddy's turn. God damn it.
It screwed with you.
And I was so close to icy, slippery fuckery shit. I was so close to just getting this asshole locked down by being a dickhead with my polearm bullshittery.
Unfortunately, bugbears don't corner well. It's just
Yeah.
one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. But yes, no, ice is fun, man. Incidentally, one of the circles of hell is
Wait, what?
I think I know which one.
You would know with your background.
Yep.
Anything else? Any other feedback, suggestion?
What
Zippo,
was that
anything
about?
from your end?
All good.
All good? I must say, I didn't expect you guys to try and send poor innocent plebeians into the
He
place.
was already going in there. Oh no, you mean those plebs?
Oh, come on.
Yes.
That was a role-playing milestone of epic proportions. I mean, come on.
I was
you
like,
deserve
okay,
credit for
poor
that
guard
one.
is like, poor guard's like, oh wait, creepy lips. Nope, 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 nope. Leaving now. Actually, fuck me. Hold on, I need to check how much XP you guys got. Give me a second.
8
Yeah, that was a lot of
million.
Shadow boys.
Because for
Shadows, I'll have you
for that-
know, are challenge rating 1/2 creature, worth 100 XP each.
Wait, what?
So 8 million.
Yeah, the baby creatures.
Hmm.
I was using Kobold Fight Club to put the encounter together. The mage gobbles up most of the challenge rating for the encounter. The actual like enemies themselves, you need like 12 of them to make it an easy encounter.
But well, we did make the mage flee, so that counts as a victory. So
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys don't have to kill anyone.
he ran.
Lots
He
of ways
ran
to
like
solve
a,
encounters.
He ran like a little bitch with
So
his
that's
tail between his legs.
1200 plus 1200 plus 600 plus that. Okay, now you guys are still some ways away. Maybe after next week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yes, this is a fun type of mage to roll. I like the fact that he can just throw me in front of against the ranged attacks and things. He's just like, nope. Don't care. Expendable minions. Anything else from your end, Mr. Delan?
No, I'm good. Liked it.
You good, you bunch of evil bastards.
I didn't use many spells, but I liked what I did with the Eldritch Blast. Keeping the
Remember
range
your spells recharge on short rest, eh? You're a warlock.
Yeah.
So if you have to cut loose, cut loose. It's like your thing. You don't have to worry like a wizard where you're like, oh god, I used the level 4 spell. Ah!
I never really felt in danger though that encounter.
To
you
be
know?
fair, that's mostly
Like-
because everybody was chowing down on Cole and Nox and to a lesser extent your other buddy.
Well, I mean, once Nox
Yeah.
got away, it was pretty much like I can just keep pushing him away with Eldritch Blast, and they'll never be able to reach us.
For now.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really feel very endangered there.
It's cool. It's
Just remember,
cool.
for future reference, we are not comfortable being grappled by shadows.
Shadows are the least of your problems.
Well,
okay.
any undead.
Yeah. Also, I didn't want to
Well,
like
maybe-
throw you guys into a
maybe-
deadly
maybe-
encounter right off the bat because everybody
Maybe
hasn't
not
played the
Hans.
characters much before yet. So
Yeah.
I didn't want you guys to forget all your class abilities and things like that.
Although you have to be careful with shadows, though. Even though they're solo challenge rating, they can.
Yeah.
They
can-
very, very easily just everything
Oh,
goes
yeah.
down. Right? It's like
It's
the
the
challenge
zombie
rating for them
principle.
is there's only two modes. They're pissy easy to deal with, or you fucking go off a cliff.
And
I was
take-
fairly confident you guys
Yeah.
would be okay.
And take
'cause
5 strength damage.
Once you
yeah.
they get a melee range, you're done. But like,
Yeah.
I was pretty confident you guys could easily take him because you've got a divine user in your party. You've got
Except
magic
I
melee
don't
weapon.
have that many radiant damage. I don't
Doesn't
have
matter,
any
that-
radiant damage outside of smite.
Yeah, but you got lots of other stuff you can do. You have a
Don't
magic
really?
melee weapon.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You have magic missiles from probably both wizards. Or at least one of you
I
had it.
don't.
And then you also had Eldritch Blast, which is force damage that they don't resist as well on top of that. And just the sheer fact that like all of you are pretty much ranged. They don't have a lot of hit points, so I was like, it'll be fine. Shouldn't be a problem. Also, you guys managed to put the mage out of action like one round with fucking surprise sneak attack. Hello, I'm a bugbear ninja.
So,
So,
that wasn't
like-
even a surprise.
Well, he
It
didn't.
even
Haha.
more damage.
Neither myself nor the fucking mage expected a fucking bugbear to teleport on top of him and shank him with a fucking pole arm. So I was
Still
like, oh
surprised.
yeah, wait, that's a thing that fucking paladins of vengeance can do, right? Next time.
But yeah, I haven't
Um,
even done stuff like Bane or Hunter's Mark or most of my stuff. I just was like, hey, missed a step. Hey, a mob of zombies. Like the logic I was using there, I was like, I'm gonna jump behind him so far, like far enough to like I can hit him. But if zombies
And then
try and like turn around and attack me, they're just gonna take. I'm just gonna start blapping them anyway.
Yeah. So the thing with the, I was thinking is like he was still going to be around because he had blink running. That's why he kept popping in and out. And I was like, he's going to like buff the undead every round. He's going to heal them up with some nice negative energy blasts that do damage to you and heal them at the same time. No, he's just gonna get fucking shanked because he's still a wizard and has like fuck all hit points. It's like okay then.
Yeah,
I have a zombie.
if Letty hadn't have done that, I was gonna do exactly the same, but instead of shanking him, cast upscaled vampiric touch.
Oof, I say. Oof. That's nasty. You're all terribly penetrating.
It's okay, I blinded him instead.
Any of you guys have temporary hit points?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Oh, you know, I
do
have
you hit
11.
point? I don't think you do
Well,
hit point.
not at the minute, but I get some.
No, I think you just get straight hit points.
No, my where is it?
Grim Harvest.
Yeah, Grim Harvest. You.
Yeah, it's straight
Oh, is
hit
it?
points. Yeah, you don't get
Oh,
you
shit,
just
I
go
didn't
like if you take damage. You
I didn't
heal.
need to use that hit dice then. I'd have just fucking healed, killing the shadows I did.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things about the Necromancer. You're like, there's even a spell you can take called Life Siphon, so you can heal teammates.
Yes,
and
I
then
have
you
it.
It's also a Necromancy spell, so you could just be like with one hand while like laying it on your teammates at the same time. Also, one of the cool things I noticed in this edition when I was looking at your character sheet the other day is fucking Vampiric's Touch is a concentration spell now, so you can use it every round after casting. It's really cool.
Ooh, that
Like in the
is
older
interesting.
editions, it used to be like a straight one and done. Like you cast it and
Yeah.
it's done. So that's pretty cool. It lasts for 10 rounds. Fucking forever. That's pretty
that's
good,
long.
comrades. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. It's like... Yeah, Vampiric Touch is a very iconic spell. It's pretty cool.
So-
Anything else? Anything else?
The wording on it, like, do I have to make the melee attack every turn?
Yes. Make a melee spell attack against the creature within range. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 necrotic damage and you regain hit points. Until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action. So you cast once, and then you just use your action on the subsequent turns to do the melee attack, spell attack. You poke him with your noodly appendage.
Unless you fail a concentration check.
Yeah, it's true that. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
It's still pretty cool though. It's like up to 18 hit points that you deal and get back. It's pretty neat. Per turn. It's pretty cool.
And I can
It's
cast
pretty
it
cool.
via owl.
And you can deliver it via owl. You need to get yourself like the ability
just-
to cast it with Mage Hand.
I can see the Harry Potter references with, you know, owl
I
post.
need to cast it via my undead.
Delivery.
There is actually a spell called Familiarize Undead.
Yeah.
You can make a zombie into a familiar. Or a skeleton. Then you can use them to deliver touch spells. There's a thing that you can research if you want, comrade. In your downtime. Or just get yourself a horde of those little fucking hand bastards that murdered you
Oh,
guys in that
God.
cave.
They murder us so good.
We had a cave. I think we had 2 party wipes before we managed to clear the first cave of the first
No,
level
there's only
dungeon.
one party wipe. The second group managed to clear it because Hans was in the second group.
Of course.
Ah.
Of
So-
course.
Who was I playing with, Hans?
Shit, man, I can't remember. It's been a while. Weren't you playing, like, the incredibly literal muscle wizard, man?
Incredibly. Was that with
Muscle
Hans? I
Wizard
think that was with
Man?
Hans. No, it wasn't like playing the Goliath Rogue then.
Yes, that's what I think you were playing.
Yeah, the
I don't think it
professor.
was-
The professor.
It was
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Hans and the
Oh,
professor.
Now I remember what you're saying. Yeah, the one who was called Professor. He was a
Yeah,
wizard, though.
No, he was a rogue.
He's like,
Professor.
he was a rogue.
He didn't have any magic, but
He was a
like,
genius.
Yes, I don't know about magic.
He had terrible, terrible intelligence score. He was a Goliath and he was a rogue.
Oh yeah, I'd like 6.
Okay.
And he knew things. He knew things.
Hence why he was called the
Wait.
professor.
Yeah,
Ah.
I like it wasn't like a 100% RP thing where it just kept saying like, ah yes, I know about that thing. Like, what was it?
Constantly just bullshitting his way through everything.
Oh,
He must have had, like,
Humongous!
persuasion or
Professor
performance.
Humongous.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Professor Hugh. It was pretty
Okay.
terrible.
So exactly how good were his deception or performance checks?
Well, he was so earnest that most people just kind of took him at face value.
Okay, fair enough.
No, one of the things I think was I was able to bullshit my way saying that no, that's not a chest, that's a weird rock outcrop